Hello guys, welcome back to Sun Crypto. In today's content, we're going to talk about BTC. We're going to also talk about Ethereum, Litecoin, EOS, Ripple, XRP, and all of them. All right. So just to get it started, make sure to hit the likes and make sure to subscribe to our channel. Join our public Telegram group. Link in the description. BTC just hit 12K. Let's see if we're going to be able to break it. It is going to be looking very bullish if like the bulls basically pull the trigger. Okay, it's not going to be very easy, but let's see within the next few hours if BTC is going to be able to pull the trigger. Okay, so the bulls basically going to be able to pull the trigger and basically pump above above 12K and so on. All right, so I just sent it to the Telegram group. So let's take a look at BTC. First thing first, you guys know I gave you Bitshare a long time ago, and I said Bitshare, it is pretty similar to DOCK, right? So DOCK basically pump a lot from like a 71 sats to almost like 300, and basically Bitshare, entry was like 250. Okay, so we already pumped to like a 320, something like that, right? So it is still a hold. Okay, it is most likely going to break this range of 400. So current price just about 260. So it is a very, very good hold, at least within the next few days, right? So now let's take a look at BTC. As you can see, BTC, we talked about it yesterday, right? We said best area to be shorting for BTC is not basically 11.5, 11.6. Okay, if you're pretty bearish, do not mess with BTC in this range. Okay, we just have to wait for the upside range, which is either like somewhere around like 11.950 to basically a 12.1 area. So that's why we basically just shorted it at 11.950 and basically looking for it to basically even go up high. If it goes up to like a 12.1, it is still it is still going to be a short opportunity, right? But if like let's say we drop below like 11.6, 11.7, you just have to put a stop loss and not try to be greedy. So expecting a price to go higher so you can short it, because if price dip below 11.7, right, and you're still waiting, it might just pump above 12.1, and you're going to be scared to short it, right? So you just have to basically put a stop loss at entry and basically let the market do the work. All right, so what we said last time we talked about BTC, we said we could possibly make a wedge right here or like that, right? Let's take a look at it. So we could possibly, right, get this triangle. Let's focus on the triangular formation, right? So we said triangular formation, right? We got the triangle right now, so it seems like it is playing out. Or we could get the flat correction right there, right? We got this move, and then we're going to get this move down. Okay, so this move going to be a flat correction. It could be a very long correction, right, if we're going to be making this move. So I'm not sure if you're going to be able to stay in this range. It is going to be bearish. The longer it is, right, the more bearish it is going to be. Okay, so why it is going to be very bearish? Because we just made a very long correction, and we're not even pumping like, let's say from 10.5 to 12K. That's not even 20%, right? And we're making another big correction, right? So we want to make a short correction, not a big correction, and basically pump to the upside, right? So but if we make a big correction in this range, it could be a bear, a bear signal. All right, we could be facing lower numbers, but as of now we just follow the this trend, okay, the triangular formation. So let's see, okay, if the bear is going to be strong enough to keep this area, as we said it, right, to keep this area very safe. Okay, like not let the bulls break this range. And the bulls, they just have to be very, very strong in this range, which is like 11.5, right, to 11.6 range. All right, so if you, let's say you're shorting right now, you don't have no choice, right, but to take profit right there, even though price can dip down, right, but you just have to respect what you got, right? I know price can dip all the way down to like a 11.9. I'm still looking for 11.9, but I'm not sure if I'm gonna get it, right? So for a long position, so if I don't get it, it's fine, right? We can still okay, look for a breakout long position above this range of 12.1, 12.2. But as of now, we're just gonna focus on BTC being able to not just BTC but the bulls, okay, being able to keep it very strong in this range of 11.5 to 11.6, right, range. Basically, for our 100 EMA did a great job. I didn't expect the 4-hour 100 EMA to do a great job, but it did. So we can expect to be very strong in this range again, because it is going to be moving much faster very soon. So it could intercept the price right there. Okay, it could intercept the price right there. That's the most probable setup right now, right? The other possible setup is like the bulls might be weak, right, within the next few hours and give up, and we're gonna get this this wedge right there. Okay, it can either be like this, all right, it's going to be hard to draw it like that, but let's see. That's Binance. Okay, so you could get this wedge right there, right, or you could, yeah, that's the best way to draw it right now, really. Like, just ignore this one and basically look for this move to the upside, right? So let's take a look at it on Bitstamp. It looks kind of, it seems like I can do it better on Bitstamp, right? Like that. Same thing, okay? Similar wedge, okay? Similar thing. So the drawing is better on Bitstamp, right? So it seems like on Bitstamp we can still push up to like a 12.1. That's why I was looking for a short, 11.950 to basically a 12.1 range. All right, so not to be try to be greedy or picky, you just look for a range. Okay, if you even enter at 11.950, you can, and you can even like add more short as it goes up, right? So but let's see. Okay, let's see what the bulls are gonna be able to do within the next few hours. So let me take a look at the chat room. So make sure to hit the likes, make sure to join our public Telegram group, link in the description. If you're looking to join our premium group, you're enjoying our public streaming and you're making profits and you want to join our public Telegram group, make sure to just send me a message. Join our premium group, make sure to send me a message, and I'm gonna send you the link to the Discord premium group. All right, so most of you guys pretty much doing very well, right? Looking at my targets like over the last 2 months, right? Yes, I'm still bearish on BTC, but on alt, if you've been trading alt, you should at least up, like, should be at least up like 30 to 40% at least. Okay, looking at all our alt target, even like in my premium we get like 20 to 30% short-term trade, not even like 3 to 4 weeks trade, like something like 2 days, 3 days. Okay, you get your 20 to 30% gains, right? So and I can give you multiple examples like over the last few days, right? Waves. Okay, we talk about waves, we talk about algo, we talk about waves, algo, CND, DNT, QDOM also looking to make a crazy breakout, something crazier than algo. Okay, something crazier than algo. All right, so let's just keep that in mind. Make a note for QDOM, right, for a possible big breakout over the next few days. All right, we're gonna talk about QDOM later on. So it is a short-term trade, so it's not like something like I'm expecting over the next few months. I'm expecting it like over the next few days, right? Just like what we talk about algo, RND, wave, storage, okay, and QLC. I'll give you guys a short-term trade for those coins, and they pump like 40 to 50%, right? So if you follow the strategy, not financial advice, but at least if you've been holding those coins, it was time to add on. Okay, it was time to add more to it. So but QLC is still like holding very tight, but it is going to be very explosive. Okay, it is going to be very explosive. So keep an eye on BTC. Let's take a look at BTC on the lower degree, like 15 minutes, since like we're talking about like a short trade. 15 minutes, we should looking at the structure on the 15 minutes, we shouldn't even be shorting right now. But let's see. Okay, looking at the 15 minutes chart, it could be either we could get the divergence right there, or it could make a bigger divergence like this, right? So if you're not comfortable right now, you can get out, right, and wait for the divergence, right, to short high. That's also possible if you're basically looking for like a looking for a high entry, and you basically shorted it at let's say 11.97. You'll be like, okay, let me take my my small profits, right? It is just about like 1% or something like that, right? So 0.5%, right? So take it, and then you'll be like, okay, I'm gonna wait for 11.980 to 12.1, and I'm gonna enter another short opportunity, right? So, but it is kind of risky. You might get out and you're not gonna get the divergence, because on the 15 minutes we got the MACD crossing down. So, but it is really up to you to basically see how you want to do it, right? But 15 minutes, it is very corrective. It can pump to 12.1, right? 12.2 area, right? This trend line right there, which is 12.1, okay, which is basically what I'm looking for right there. But looking for 11.950 to 12.1, so it can definitely hit 12.1, right? So let's just keep that in mind. Let's check the hourly. Hourly looks great also, right, in terms of a correctional move, right? It is very corrective, right? Very correct, very corrective. As you can see, nice parallel channel. You can either look for a parallel channel if you're very aggressive, right? You best just pay attention to the daily and ignore the wicks if you're aggressive. If you're not aggressive, right, I mean, if you're aggressive, you do it like this, okay? If you're not aggressive, you do it like this, right? You take the wicks, you include the wicks. But if you're just very bullish and you don't want to miss a trend, you do it like this, okay? And even like this, right? You be like, that's how I'm gonna do it. I don't care what Zen Crypto says, right? We're going to the moon. I don't wait for the wicks. I'm gonna buy right there, 11.5. So you can do it like this. It is pretty valid. Looks great, okay? It looks nice, okay? It looks nice this way, right? But as since I'm a bear, right? I just have to do it like this, right? I just have to include the wicks. And please don't tell me that's wrong or like that's whatever, right? Right, so because some people are going to be like, don't include the wicks. How are you not going to include the wicks? It all depends on your trading style, right? So, and what you're looking for, because it is very subjective. When somebody dump it right there, you be like, okay, someone was buying at 11.5. So if you say don't buy at 11.5, how you know it's not going to wick down there, right? So include everything, okay? Everything in the chart, included in it, right? Hey, what's up, Santoshi Phillips? Hey, Satoshi. Make sure to join the public Telegram group, right? First thing first, right? After you join the public Telegram group, you send me a message, and then I'm gonna send you the link to the premium group. All right. So let's check this, right? Let me give you the link to the Telegram group. So it only costs like a cup of coffee a day to join my premium group. It is gonna be yearly very soon. You got a 6 month option, all right? So but very soon it is only gonna be yearly. So I won't have to deal with like transaction and all of that good stuff, because market is very volatile. We're not in a bear market when things are very slow, right? I mean, we're in a bear market, but the trend is very strong right now. You don't want to be like checking like a transaction and all of that every day, right? Because market is very strong in order to basically take advantage of these big move, 2x 3x. We gotta move very fast, right? So but let's see how high we can go with alt. I'm very excited about the alt season. it could be over very soon, not over but temporarily over, right? Because we're gonna get another one September. So you know, but I would say like by late August, right, we could get another alt dump, right? We could get another alt dump. So if you basically enjoying these profits, you better pay the premium. You know, not my premium, but pay yourself a premium, which is like basically a put some money on the sideline. Okay, wait for the next alt dump and then you can jump in. I said it late July. Okay, most people were panicking, and you know, most YouTubers been saying, oh, alt season is over. I was holding to my, you know, to my coins, right? And I told my premium, just hold on. We you know, we are still above the daily 100 EMA. We're still above the 21 EMA on the 3-day chart. So nothing to worry about. And we're hitting our targets like crazy. Okay, like crazy. So let's see, let's do this. You join after making 1,000 in the public group. I mean, it depends on your account, okay? Because you know what you're paying, you can even make it into a trade. So, but let's not focus on paying. Let's just focus on basically BTC right now. So BTC, that's what we're looking for, right? So a possible, you know, push to the upside. We're gonna follow this trend line, and a probable retest. We might not even, like, let's say market is very, very bullish, okay? Like I said, this range, it is a bull territory, guys. Let me use green because I don't want to use red right now. You be like, Sand, you just turned bullish now. I'm not turning bullish. I'm just following the trend right now. So let's see. Okay, so this range, it is a bull territory. Once again, we need to break below 10.5, right? Okay, strongly with a very good volume, a very significant volume, just like this, right? And we're gonna, you know, start to look for, you know, some short opportunity, right? So, but as long as we staying above the daily 21 EMA and basically not breaking it, right, you know, it's not going to be easy to make a, you know, a bear case, right? But let's just see. All right, we're gonna dip down, but we just have to make it very strong. Okay, even if we push higher, we're gonna dip down at some point, right? So do not be too bullish right now. All right, so now let's take a look at Ethereum. So Ethereum, we talk about Ethereum regarding a possible push up to 485, right? It pumped to like 440 range. So Ethereum broke out yesterday. So right there, you know, I'm not in an Ethereum position right now, right? It broke out, and we said, you know, possible range to look for within the next few few days and so on. It is going to be resistance right there. Okay, just because we're looking for this range doesn't mean like we're gonna hit it and drop. That's all I'm saying is we're gonna basically get a chance to retest it. Okay, that's a range right there. Okay, that's a range right there. And if you take a look at it in terms of fib retracement, we talk about it also, right? You take a look at swing high to swing low, you're looking at it, it is 0.618. So why don't you think like why you think like we're gonna break 0.618? Okay, we're most likely gonna retest it and get hit very hard. That's what I'm thinking. Okay, so we got a small correction right before it. We got a small correction on the 3-day basis. So any basically dump from this range of 485 range for 500, it's not going to be accurate, right? Because you know you're looking for a range, all right, not an exact number. So you know, anywhere in this range we could possibly get a big rejection. This rejection could be easily a 10 to 15%, right? So you just have to keep that in mind, right? Because we cannot go up forever. Let's say we get rejected at 485, right? Right. People love 500. Let's say 500, right? So we could easily see a nice dump, right, down to like a 425, even down to 450 range, right? Because we already created a support level right there. So this area, it is going to be very important. Whatever happened in this region, it could possibly try to make a head and shoulder pattern formation in this range. So do not ignore the the correction we just created right around this area of 385, right? That was our initial target right there when we broke out the you know, above like 313. You guys remember, right? We shorted it at where? 288 to 290 range, right? 285 to 290, okay, with average of 288. So it was breaking out very hard, right, above 290, and I was like, guys, let's just, you know, I'm closing, you know, it's 70% of my position. I think 70 or 90%, I can't remember, but I think it was like 70% of my position, and put a stop loss like at, you know, at 313. So it hit stop loss. I was like, guys, let's just flip it. Let's not try to fight it. It looks bullish, and we talk about it like if we break this range, next level to be looking for, it is going to be like, you know, 365 to 375. So we long it from like low 300, 320 to 310 range, and then basically took it all the way up to 375. But I was too busy with alt, so did not basically pay attention to Ether, right? Because you know, alt are looking very, very juicy. And you take a look at Ether, right? Even if you basically take a look at Ether, yeah, it's 20, 30% move, but you got like multiple alt pumping like 30% every single day versus BTC. So, and Ethereum 30% pump, it's not versus BTC. Okay, it might pump 10% versus BTC, right? Something like that, because BTC pump like 20%. So you just have to basically keep that in mind. One of the reasons why I'm not basically not hyped about Ethereum right now, right? But it looks good. Okay, it looks good. Just because I'm not taking a position doesn't mean you know, it looks bad, right? But I'm just saying, like alt right now, they're looking so juicy, right? And you don't know how long it is gonna last, right? You just want to basically enjoy it while it's lasting, right? So while it is lasting. Yeah, I don't know whose car to be. Hey, what's up? Look. I think I sent you a message. We talk in the we already talk in the public Telegram group. Hey, what's up, Jason? Thanks a lot for tuning in. We got Kendris, we got Imel. Imel just joined our premium group also, so hopefully you enjoy the public streaming before you join the premium group, right? So so basically Ethereum, just to cut it short, right? Support level for Ethereum, you know, previous resistance, right? Which is roughly around like, you know, 50% pullback, which was like 50% pullback back in June, July. Okay, that's when I was saying like Ethereum gonna drop down to $80, but you know, no one's believed it, right? So they be like, oh, send you crazy, we're never gonna drop down that low. Because I remember when I was saying it in the premium group, and I was like, guys, just, you know, have your orders ready, right? Let's short Ethereum right there, right? Let's say 220 range, because Ethereum gave us a tough time back in you know, last year September, right? It gave us a very, very tough time. Did not want to drop. So I was like, guys, we're gonna get out of, you know, we're gonna short Ethereum 220 to 216, right? And then basically take it all the way down, okay, to low $100. They could not believe like we're gonna drop all the way down, but the structure was so clean. Okay, I didn't know how people did not believe we're gonna drop down to like low $100, right? We pumped to that level. I was still saying, okay, back in January, first week of January, link in the description. I was like, Ethereum right there, right? We're gonna look for $300, okay? So it is now like 450, right? So, but the move is still corrective, okay? It is still corrective. This move, it is just expanded, right? The move is very exaggerated, right? So, but it is gonna look for another. It is gonna look for another move to the downside at some point, right? I know people are gonna be looking for 10,000 Ether, but let's see if we're gonna be able to get it, right? Either way you look at it, Ether is a good long-term hold, right? In case, you know, the bull market already started and we're never gonna get these low numbers again, right? It is still a good low, you know, long-term hold, right? Even if it drops down, even if we get it like to drop down to like $50, $100, whatever. Okay, it's not going to be a good idea to sell Ethereum, right? So now let's take a look at King XRP. So King XRP. So King XRP, I don't have any position on King XRP, right? So, but I already updated my premium group. I'm just looking for XRP to hit certain range versus BTC, and I'm gonna be very, 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 very bullish on XRP, right? So let's see. Okay, you guys, I mean, I can't even tell you. Okay, so you guys know, I told you guys, like, pay attention to your 100 EMA on, on 3-day chart, right? If you take a look at the 3-day chart, we just got rejected versus BTC, just like the rest of the crypto. All right, so now XRP needs to basically close above it, right, which is like close above 28, and we're going to take a look at it to see if we're going to be able to create some momentum, because all the art I gave you like a couple of days ago, right, Wave, RDN, Storage, Algo, they were all above 3-day 100 EMA. That's why I give it to you guys. Okay, say, hey guys, let's knock this one out. Okay, we just gonna pump, watch these coins pump over the next 24 to 48 hours. So, and I was like, these are the best coin to buy right now. Okay, and and they pump hard. Okay, and I'm gonna give you a couple more coins, right, to pump very hard over the next few days. Okay, very, very hard, right? So so XRP, if like we can get a close above it, that'll be great. Okay, it'll be great, right? So let's take a look at XRP USD. Nothing going on with XRP USD, so and then we're going to continue our alt review from STPT. STPT is pumping, right, and that's the last coin we talked about yesterday, right? So I know Kerwin is not looking happy because he sold out at I think his stop loss got hit somewhere around like 200 whatever. Okay, so but he had a beautiful entry at 160, right? 160, and I was like, just put a stop loss at entry, and don't put it too tight, because we don't have any support, any resistance above like 217. Right now it's like 250. That's over. Nah, man, come on, that's a beautiful move right there. So let's take a look at XRP. XRP USD, as we talked about it yesterday, right? We were saying it is just a correction, right? So that's what we said, right? That's what we said, right? If you take a look at XRP, right, when it was dropping yesterday, right, or the day before yesterday, we said this move is going to do this. Okay, it's going to give you this V shape, and we can get this move back down. So it is a matter of how high we can just go in this box. So if we get this move, we look for this double bottom right there, just like the rest of the crypto, break above this range, possible retest, moving averages, all of them going to give us a good indication, right, especially on the 6-hour time frame, right? So that's the setup we could possibly look. If XRP going to make this move, that's going to be very bad, very, very bad. Why it is going to be very bad? Because it is going to consume all the time we need, right, for XRP to pump. Why we need XRP to pump? We got 2 weeks to go, and we need XRP to stay above 28 cents. So we cannot basically do this move. So what can we do next, right? One move we could possibly anticipate, right? It's like we're not going to do anything but pump, right? We're not going to do anything. We already got our 3-way move, right? We got 1, W, X, and Y. If you remember this move got tricked me like multiple times, right? I remember when I was looking to long EOS back then, right? And that was like, let's take a look at EOS and I'll show you so it makes sense, right? So I was looking to long EOS, right? I think like, I can't remember exact price, but let's see. Was EOS was, okay. Okay. Yeah, it was this move. Okay, that was this move. I was like, EOS got this this W, okay, X and Y correction, right? And we started pumping to the upside right there. You see XRP is making this is making actually this correction right there, right? But it is a little bit higher, right? And I was like, I'm looking for this move from EOS. EOS just basically dumped hard, right? So this thing gonna happen, right? So you're gonna be expecting a move to the upside, and bang, it just give you a bigger correction. So that's what I try to, you know, just show you on XRP. We cannot basically drop down. It is going to be very bearish, okay, in terms of timing. But in terms of correction, it's nothing, right? But if we basically if you want to pay attention to the higher time frame, you know, like dropping below 28 cents, which is like monthly 21 EMA, we don't want to break it, okay? We want to stay above it, at least for the rest of the month. That's what I'm saying. I'm not even touching XRP. Since like we long it from 20 cents, low 20 cents to 31 cents, we're not even looking at it. Like, I don't even have any trade set up for XRP, right? Because you're trying to trade it like 20 cents, I mean 28, 29. I told you support was 26 to 27. We dropped down to 26, 27. But if you try to basically you know, trade it like, you know, this range, it is very choppy. It is not, okay, it is not tradable, okay? So you just have to recognize the pattern. We said it's gonna pull back up. It seems like it is at 0.618 or something like that, right? So we could look for this 0.786, pull back to 0.888, right? So volume is very low, price is decreasing, so it can still double top. It can still double top, right? So let's take a look at it on the daily and see. Okay, daily, that's what we said, right? That's what we talked about the other day, right there. Okay, so let's see. Okay, let's see if the bull is gonna be strong enough, even if we drop 50% to 0.618, to keep going up. All right, to keep going up. But once again, we cannot basically stay too long in this range forever. Okay, as long as we stay above 28, we're okay. But we cannot basically stay in this range and dip down. Okay, try to make a three-way move down and all of that good stuff, and close below like 28 cents, you know, before end of the month. Even if we pull back up, it might just be a correction for a big drop. All right, so it is bullish now. Just keep going, don't do anything, okay? Don't try to be smart. XRP, three-way move, go up. That's it. That's all you need to do, nothing else, right? Nothing else. So that's my basically take on XRP. You know, both versus BTC and versus the dollar, right? So let's see. Yep, I was very bearish on XRP right there. I remember somebody in our premium group was saying we're never gonna drop to like 11 cents, 13 cents. Guess what? Bang, right there, 10 cents. 10 cents on Binance, right? On the dot, guys, on the dot, right? So that was October, guys, and we hit it March, right? So if you're saying like we pump right there and you were saying like, oh no, we're done. Nah, we weren't done, right? Yeah. So I'm not yet at SN. I'm not yet on the alt review. So I just wanted to review the big coins first, right? The big coins, right? You know, BTC, Ethereum, XRP, right? And we're gonna move on to the alphabetical order. So now let's jump into alt, right? The rest of the alt from STPT, right? So most of you guys watch, you know, the entire live stream yesterday, right? So what we said about STPT, what did we say? STPT, right? 3-day chart. We said, I showed you Pearl also, right? Same thing. I was like, you know, I'm like, if we break this range 217, we don't have any overhead like a resistance, okay? Just have to suck it up to 340, okay? So, and price was like 200. Right now we're up like almost 50%, right? So Kerwin gonna be really mad when he wakes up, right? Because he's gonna be very mad. And you know, he had a beautiful entry. I don't know how he figured that one out, right? But beautiful entry. Okay, he usually like find some big entry. Because sometimes, like, you know, I'd be too busy looking at other coins. You know, I wasn't paying attention to STPT. But as soon as he said, oh man, STPT, blah blah blah, I was like, let's check it. Look beautiful. I was like, okay, 190 to 200. If you're looking for a short-term trade, 20 to 25%, you know. But and after, I was like, okay, I took a look at the bigger picture. I was like, we don't have any resistance above this range, just like Pearl and WC. Okay, you can go check those coins. Pearl, PELR, no resistance. I think it is like 600 right now. You know, that sucker gonna, you know, fly very soon. So let's move on to Stratus. Okay, so Stratus, I just changed my basically layout, you know, because, you know, I want to keep it for the premium too, right? So Stratus, don't even try to be bearish. I know most of you guys love patterns, right? I love patterns, and I told you, don't be bearish. Okay, this move, even if we drop back down to 44, don't call it a head and shoulder pattern formation, right? It is bullish. Okay, Stratus is very bullish. You know, we picked, you know, stats right there. Okay, and we said, guys, pay attention to Stratus right there. Okay, right there. Okay, as soon as we broke out, just like QDOM broke out, same type of pattern and same type of same type of chart in with QDOM and Algo, same type. Okay, broke this range, and also XLM and basically 88, they all got the same setup. Broke out, came back down, and, you know, looking for support, they got it. It is just for the moon. Okay, it is just for the moon. So you know what to look for. If you're not in rush, you're just looking for June prices. That's it. That's like almost, you know, 12,000. I already updated. I already gave you Stratus in our public Telegram group, right? When I updated it, Stratus next target, you know, 12,000, right? And first target was hit on the dot, guys, like right there, hit on the dot. Okay, so just suck it up and wait, right? Can it drop back down? Absolutely, it can drop back down. It means, okay, our target just going to get delayed, right? That's it, right? But longer term target is right there, 12,000. It's another 100% move. I don't think it's a lot for Stratus to take care of. A 100% move, right? So STX, we did not get the chance to analyze it yesterday, but it is taking off, right? Great buy, great buy, just like STPT. You know, let's see, July lows, just about 1,200, right? It already 2x. So you might be saying it's done. It's not. Just started. So May lows was like, you know, 900. So just about 1.5. And most of these coins, the trend I'm seeing is like 7 to 10x from May lows. 7 to 10x, right? Right. So minimum 4x, right? So let's take a look at it. That's 200% move already. Looking for 400% move, just about like 4,500. Okay, you got another 100% move to go. If you're holding it, great hold, right? Take a look at, we're not even yet at, you know, 382, which is like 3,200, which is roughly another 30% move, right? Something like that, 40 to 30% move, and you got like 50% pullback. So 0.618, it is basically another, yeah, but basically what I just said, right? You know, a 4x 5x move, right? So it looks great. I wouldn't be taking profit too early. Just wait for this box, right? So STPT, not STPT, but STX, right? Great chart, man. Great chart. Just basic TA, break above resistance, retest it, 3-day chart. You see how clean the 3-day chart is, guys. How clean it is. Wow, that's very clean. Yep, if you watch my basically June analysis, right, it is labeled green. So it was a good buy, okay, back in June, right, when it was like 1400. Even it dipped down just like look at this chart, guys. Look at this chart. Okay, you take a look at this chart. What do you see? You see DOCK, right? And you're seeing who else do you see, right? I mean, what else do you see in this chart? You're seeing like what? Bitshare, same chart. So Bitshare just broke out, right? So I think I just sent a Bitshare short-term trade, like from I think like something like that, 20%, 30% move, right? That's what you see, okay? Seeing like Bitshare, DOCK, Algo. You see, you know, AMB. You see all of them in this chart, and all of them we basically nailed it, right? So let's go ahead and take a look at CIS. Okay, CIS coin already pumped. Our target was like 400. This sucker was just flying, all right, and it was flying so bad. I mean, so hard, right? It pumped all the way up to like April 1st prices. You know, guys. The most important target right now, okay? The two most important targets: June 2019, April 2019. Okay, why April 2019? That's when BTC broke out, right? And everything else, you know, basically dumped. And why basically June 2019, right? We basically made a correction. This one is kind of ugly, right? But you can see like beautiful correction, flat correction, dump, this type of move, okay? That's what you're looking for to your left. You're gonna see multiple one of them, okay? While I'm basically showing you the chart, right? So pay attention to it. It looks great, right? Already pumped, but I wouldn't mess with it unless you're holding it, right? And for a longer term, but I wouldn't be buying it right now. I'm not saying it cannot 100x. All I'm saying is for a short-term trade, you probably want to wait at least, right, for a pullback. Okay, you could possibly wait for a pullback down again to 600, right, range. At least retest the 21 EMA, settle down, move sideways a couple of weeks, couple of days, and you look for this move. Okay, if you're not in rush, you can even start accumulating now, okay? Because the next move could be, you know, retesting like this range of resistance again, like 1100. But right now you got multiple alts to pump like 30-40% with no, you know, low risk. This one is kind of risky. It's kind of risky until I see a clean three-way move, right? So CIS, I wouldn't be messing with it. You see, like I got it red right now. It pumps so hard. So TCT, I'm very bullish on TCT. Same type of chart as you know, just about the STPT, right, and STX and STPT. So you can see we just need to break this range. So the, you know, TCT, I said buy some TCT right below, I think below 90. Okay, it dipped down just like the rest of the crypto, but it is just a correctional move. This move is just corrective, nothing crazy. So we just have to look for this explosiveness. All right, take a look at Genesis Vision, right? We just talked about Genesis Vision a couple days ago, right? It's up like 70% almost, something like that, right? So, and I was like, just GVT, BTC is crazy. CIS, storage, waves, those coins, you just have to know they got crazy moves, all right? You just have to remember them, right? So, you have to remember them. Ichimoku, I don't do Ichimoku, man. I don't do Ichimoku. The cloud, basically, I don't do the cloud, man. Moon time, weekend, moon time. I'm gonna give you guys a big list. I mean, not financial advice, right? I'm gonna show you guys some great chart to be popping over the next few maybe like during the weekend, right? I don't like to give timing, right? But they could be pumping over the next few weeks, few days, right? Just to keep it short, right? Because if I say this weekend, most of you guys gonna go buy and then they might not pump, right? They might dump 10% and you're gonna be like, oh man, I'm losing some sats. Yeah, I mean, I talk about LTC USD already. Look for like $77 to $80, right? We talked about that already. We're gonna go back to LTC. We're gonna go. The most important chart to pay attention to is not LTC USD. Just look at LTC BTC, right? And EOS BTC. The BTC chart tells you everything, right? Everything you need to know. Also Tezos, right? Somebody, I don't know, I think it's Luke. Luke, are you around? I think you've been asking about Tezos. Just suck it up, man, and hold on. It's gonna pump, man. It got some crazy targets, you know, above like, you know, $5, $6, $7, okay, up to $9 range. So you take a look at Tezos, and are we on the T? Let's just move on. So we're gonna get to Tezos, right? XCZ later on. So let's move on to TFUEL. Pump hard, right? You know, I did not like it back in June. It was pumping so hard, right? And I was like, don't touch it, okay? Don't touch it. So if you see, like, I don't even have it, you know, I didn't even have any colors on it, right? So let's take a look at Tether, okay? Tether also pumped very hard. Can it pump harder? Yes, but me personally, right, I don't, after they pump so hard, right, and dropping down, I don't like, most of the time I don't like to touch it. I like more momentum coins, but if you're looking for like a longer term, you know, trade, you might hold it, right? But if you're looking for like a short-term trade, I would personally not touch it. I'm not saying it won't, right? So, but you see, I got red because it pumped like back in May, it pumped so hard, right? And I was like, don't touch it, because if you bought it back then, you're still moving sideways for like since May, right? Like June, right? It's been moving sideways, you know. All of a sudden you got this big pump, right? Like 30% move, right? But you could have basically accumulated some coins like below the you know, 200 EMA, 100 EMA and all that good stuff instead of buying here. That's not safe, right? So let's see. It can easily, now we got a nice momentum, right? It is still a hold, right? If you bought it right there, if you bought it after the July dump, right, it is a nice hold. All you have to do is just put a stop loss, right, and look for a possible bull flag right there. Okay, look for a bull flag, but it means like you're already holding it, but not jumping you know, in this range of like a, you know, 30 to 100 range, right? Right. So it's not safe unless you're familiar with it, right? Some people, you know, are pretty big on Tether. So I need to look into it, right? I don't have any of it. I don't have any at all. So TNT. So TNT is similar. It looks like all the T's they pump, but I wouldn't touch TNT, right? June right there, it was above the 200 EMA. You take a look at it, 3-day, right? So it is a you know, it is a buy right there. You can see was orange, right? So you can see right there it pumped, it dumped, now looking to pump again. I think TNT is even safer than Tether right now. I'm not saying Tether is not safe before you guys basically come after me and stuff like that, right? So but TNT looks not looking bad after this 3-way move down. So we could look for a possible 32, right? If you're looking for a short-term trade, okay, we can get this drop to retest the low and then get this move to 0.618, which is just about like 37 if we're gonna get the pullback, right? But we gotta be able to get nice support. It doesn't have momentum, that's why, you know, I don't like you know, I don't like right now picking trades or coins without no momentum. Okay, I might accumulate them, right? Like Komodo, right? Komodo doesn't have any momentum right now. It doesn't mean it can pump all of a sudden, but it is creating momentum. The momentum could start like, you know, sometime in September, right? Next alt pump, right? So you just have to know that. So some coins, they got a strong momentum right now. Like even if you look at them, they pump. You don't even have to buy them. You just look at them, right? They pump. Like CELR, we talked about CELR like a couple of days ago when it was like 90, right? Something like that, right? And I was like, look at it, man. It looks nice, right? And I think somebody asked too, right? So Tomo, okay, Tomo didn't have enough history back in June, so I did not talk about it, right? But it did created a bullish, a bullish crossover 3-day, pumped it upside, came back, retested, right? Came back, retest like 201 EMA, just about like 7100. But look at it right now, it's almost like 12,000, guys. So it looks very good. It is still a good hold. It is above resistance, right? That's the most important. It is above resistance, so we could either make some sort of a Tezos type of formation and come back down, retest this area, because people are going to be panicking before getting the next move to the upside. So it is still a hold all the way down to like even like 7,000. Okay, it is still a hold. I know it is going to be very painful, but it is a hold, right? It is just correcting. So it could just make a big sideways correction over the next like few months and so on, if volatility doesn't pick up, right? Much harder, right? So let's take a look at Troy. Troy pretty much similar to Tomo. I don't know why the T's all looks like, right? Looking to break resistance also, already breaking it. So it looks good. Troy looks very good. Looks very good. It's very good. So let's give it like a few more days. If you're looking for, let's say I'm looking for a short-term trade, I might be paying attention to Troy, right? Because we're gonna get to TRX next, right? Paying attention to Troy. On the low, let's take a look at 6 hour. So 6 hour, you take a look at it, right? We basically broke out, retest 201 EMA, beautiful, sideways correction pump, and now we basically pulling down. So let's see if this range we're going to be able to create a bullish momentum, right? We have to basically keep this momentum very strong and break out after that. So look for the breakout for the bullish setup. Okay, for the bearish setup, have to take a look at different angles. I don't see much of a bearish setup. Okay, I don't see much of a bearish setup. Okay, the most important was like just like QDM, right? We got this flat correction, right? Now pump into the upside, right? No, wave, not QDM, but wave. Okay, wave was like 1300 when I send you wave target, so just pump to the upside. So that's the most important right now. It is still a hold. Okay, no need to basically panic. Okay, XRP BTC. XRP BTC is very important, right? Let's focus on XRP BTC on the higher time frame, like weekly, because I was looking at XRP BTC on the weekly. I saw something very interesting, right? Very interesting. Very interesting, right? So XRP BTC, two things we just have to keep in mind, right? Our 100 EMA doesn't have any any business like in this trade right now, but it could give us a tough time. So but you pay attention to the if you pay attention to your 201 EMA, as you can see right there back in December 2019, as soon as we broke above it, like you're gonna be like, oh, maybe we're gonna be dropping down. But that was a weekly basis. We broke above it strongly. Okay, strongly, right? And guess what? We pumped all the way up to basically 800. And right there, I was bullish on Tron, right there, but I wasn't even paying attention to the 201 EMA. I was just paying attention to what 0.618. You go back and watch basically my Tron analysis, right? And I was like, that's 0.618. I wasn't using the log scale that time. I was using the regular scale, right? And I was like, if we retrace down to 0.618, we're going to be bullish. I think it was like 503 range, right? And you know, we just pumped like 25% and you know, basically kept dropping. So but one thing, okay, what I'm trying to show you is like the 21 EMA is very important for what, for Tron, just like the 25 EMA is important for Ethereum. So Tron, you know, just have to remember, okay, broke below it, bang, bump above it, bang. You can see been acting as a resistance like when, since like basically May 2019, right? June 2019. I just talked about May, you know, mid-May 2019, right? I just talked about it. So that's going to be our next level of resistance. And if you pay clear attention to the price, right? XRP, I mean, not XRP, but King Tron is like 500, which is like even for my premium group, right? So XRP was my first, one of my top pick back in February, okay? It was like right there, 180, 150, and we were looking for like 250. We hit target, right? But, and I was like, I think it was, target was like 300, not 250, right? But we didn't hit target. It hit like 260, so it was close enough. But I was like, we can still drop back down, okay? So if we drop back down to 150, that's going to be a steal, right? So now it is very bullish, okay? It is very bullish because most of the coins I picked back in February, first week of February, and they did not pump, right? Some of them did not pump, right? Most of them did. Some of them didn't, like XRP, Genesis Vision, IEDO did not pump, but after it pumped hard, right? So you can see it is about time for them to pump. So I'm I'm starting to be very confident, right? XRP, I can confidently say, right? Just like AST, BTC, I just showed you AST, BTC yesterday, right? We pump, we got this three-way move on the weekly, not daily, not 3-day. This is going to basically blast off. All right, so buckle up. I'm not sure, okay, if the bulls are ready to do it, but they got the, you know, they got the recipe, they got the ingredient, they got everything they need to make it happen. I don't think the bear is going to do anything right now, okay? I don't think nobody going to be selling right now, okay? Especially, you know, when we break this trend line, Buzz 2.0 gonna come up and say, oh, look at this, right? Buzz love trend lines, right? So he's gonna do this and he's gonna do that. It's gonna give you a target to 350, right? So, but guess what? Send crypto looking for 400 to 500, right? So, and we've been accumulating XRP. I said it just not even like a couple days ago, and I was like, guys, make sure to accumulate, you know, Tron, not XRP, Tron, right? Make sure to accumulate more Tron in this right. Most alt are pumping, so you got, you know, enough profits to be buying more Tron, right? You don't want to wait till it's, you know, it pumps like above 300 and you start jumping it, right? It starts jumping, but the chart, I mean, nothing to say about it. Nothing to say about it, right? Nothing to say about it. So Tron should be in, you know, in your portfolio right now. Not financial advice, right? So just keep that in mind. Hello, many crazy. Not many crazy. Many season. Sorry. Kavish in the house. Ahmed Al Amari in the house. Ether, please. Ether dumping. So let's move on to I don't want to talk about Tron USD VET. Okay. Look up VET. So VET, I got a new layout, but I still remember what I said about VET, right? So VET is similar to XRP, okay? Not XRP, but Tron, okay? 200 EMA, very important, right? So just pumping above it. Let's go back to my 3D because I'm more comfortable with my 3D. So now we just, you know, pumped it upside. Now we're looking for this retest of the 201 EMA. If you remember, like when VET was like 250, what I said, okay, wait for the dump down to 150, right? 157, I think 157 low, right? We dumped down to like 132. Okay, so and now basically it is just a retracement, so we just have to make sure, right, we don't know what type of correction, you never know what type of correction you're gonna get until basically the correction is at least 50%, is 50% on, it is almost done 50% basically, right? So you got this move, right? You got this move, so you would assume, okay, we at least gonna get this move down. You don't know how the C wave going to look like. It could be a short one, it could even be a long one, right? So let's see. But at the same time, the bull's gonna come up and say, oh, we already got our ABC correction, we're going to the moon. Okay, that's a bullish setup, right? But the safest thing to do is just accumulate right there and don't be too aggressive, right? You got your 3-day already crossing down, right? You don't have any sign of you don't have any sign to be too bullish, right? As of now, you can be bullish because market is up. It broke resistance right there, but you just have to be cautious in this range. Like right now, back then you can see Tron, not Tron, vet pump to the upside gave us this correction, right? You would have been bullish, right? But what I was saying was like we're gonna drop all the way back down to 38, and we did that. Vet pump like all the way up to 110 and drop back down to 37, right? Nailed it. Okay, nailed it, right? So when it dropped down to 37, I was like, that's a good time to buy now, right? That's a good time to buy. So, but would at least give it like a few more days. If you're very, very bullish, great. But if you're looking to buy it cheaper, you could look for this move, at least this double bottom, right? Down to like 150 again. Not 150, but this range of 140, 137. So let's take a look at on the 2-day. 2-day doesn't look bad. 2-day might not agree with what I'm saying, right? Because we got this low volume right there. Okay, decreasing prices. So the bulls could be correct with this move and go back to test the top, right? So either way you look at it, if you're bullish, you just sit tight. If you're bearish, I wouldn't be shorting it too hard, right? So let's take a look at VIA. So VIA is above the 3-day 21 EMA. May lows 105, current price just about 1105. Okay, current price just about 2200. So it's just about 100% above May lows. So it is still a hold. Looks great. No big sell volume. Beautiful sideways correction. So we're just gonna have to basically pump above like 3500, which is like right there. I was looking at the 4-day, but the 3-day chart we basically getting a nice squeeze. It seems like it's about to pop. Looking at the 3-day chart, it is about to pop. It is about to, look at the volume decreasing, price decreasing, multiple rejection. Next time the bull is gonna be like, we're not going to be dropping. Once we pump above it, that's it. So it is a good hold, right? So May lows to current price just about 100%, right? So target to look for a longer term target is just about June price. May June price is right there, which is like almost 7,000. That's a longer term target. But short term target, we would just look for 50% of this week, which is like 4,000 area. Okay, 4,000 area. Let's see how it is going to correlate with our Fibonacci's. So even if you basically use your Fibonacci's, right, 382 going to be almost 10,000. So it is a very, very good hold, right? Very, very good hold. Okay, just to retrace back up to 382, you're looking at 10,000. But just to be conservative, right, you're looking for a short-term trade, you would be looking for 50% of this weight. Okay, 50%. And I think Genesis Vision just popped too. Just similar chart just popped, right? And I think Fund, FUN, got similar chart also. So let's move on to the next deal. Whoa, look at who's this? Vibrate. Oh, look at Vibrate. Very exciting chart. Oh, look at, I love these charts, guys. I just talked about VET, right? Look at, I just talked about VChain, right? Same exact chart, okay? Same exact chart. And looking to close above the 100 EMA. So doesn't have any momentum right now. It could be creating a small momentum on the lower degree. But if like we get this close, guys, above the 100 EMA, that's the best time to be buying. You might not even want to buy right now, just wait, right? But it is still a good hold, right? Let's say I'm looking for a momentum coin. I'm gonna have to wait till it breaks above it, and I'll sit tight, relax, and enjoy the ride, just like we did with Algo, RD, and Waves. Okay, storage, right? Storage, I told you guys, buy it below 2,000. Okay, below 2,000. So good review. Thanks a lot, man. Tezos is good. Tezos is great, not just good. You guys should not even be asking anything. All you need to do, right? Yeah, just sit tight, relax, and go to sleep. And you know, when you wake up, you check the chart, you go back to sleep, right? So, but if you get wrecked too, you wake up, you check the chart, you get wrecked, you're like, man, let me go back to sleep. So, I know, you know, when I get wrecked, I wake up, I take a look at the chart, man, stop loss get hit, I just put the phone down and keep sleeping, right? So, so, hey man, in this market, you see crazy stuff, man. Your stop loss gonna get hit. You know, sometimes you make like a crazy profits, you're not even gonna believe it, like 1,000% gain, stuff like that, right? So, you know, but you're never gonna, yeah, I mean, you're gonna be like, man, 1,000% gain. Yeah, you can make 1,000% gain, but you know, if you bought early on, right, back then you're already up 1,000% gain, right? Back then, okay, Link, right? If you bought it back like 150, you 1,000% gain, right? 1,000, it's just 10x, right? So, but sometimes you're gonna be down, okay? Remember that market. It's not going to be green like this forever. I know people got a short memory. Market is green right now, but in few weeks we're going to be dropping so hard, right? If you're not ready for that, you might be panicking. Okay, you might be selling at a bad time. You might be selling at a very bad price, right? Or you might be basically making bad choices, stuff like that. But we're gonna drop. Okay, we're gonna drop. You just have to remember that, right? We're gonna drop. It's not gonna go up forever. So so vibe looks very good, okay? One thing I like about the chart is like it already pumped. Now last year November, it already pumped to June prices. So if you basically study the charts, right, you can see like most of these coins already gave us like the recipe. It was like, when I keep saying June prices, Bitshare, VET, okay, now Vibe, okay, VIBB, not Vibe, okay, Vibrate, okay, I think it's Vibrate, okay, VIBB already giving us also another hint, okay. Most coin right now sitting like May lows, right? May 2019 lows. You know they're gonna go back to their June. I mean, not May 2019, but May 2020 lows, right? Okay, they're gonna be going to their June 2019 prices. So it is just up to you to suck it up and say, hey, I'm just gonna sit tight to make my 400% move, regardless how long it's gonna take. You see what I'm saying? It might not take another year, okay? It might not take another year for most of these coins to retest their last year high, like 12-month, 13-month high, right? Some of them already like back in like July 2019 high, right? So which means like we just have to basically follow the cycle. But it's too early to talk about July 2018 prices, right? Too early. So, but looks very good. It is still a very good hold. Upside target basically June prices, right? June prices, that's it, nothing else. No need to do some in and out, okay? No need to do some in and out. Just buy now and hold, right? So now let's talk about the other vibe. VIBE. Okay, the other one was VIBB. Okay, vibrate and vibe. So vibe looks good. We might basically switch to 2-day chart. If you switch like to the 2-day chart, we're already above it, the 100 EMA. Because some of these charts, right, you cannot wait for the 3-day chart, because you know, just because the way price moves, right? But very good chart. Okay, we just need to pump above 220. And let's take a look at the trend line, because some of these chart I don't look at them every day, right? So we just facing resistance, as you can see. I wasn't even paying attention to it, but luckily I do today, right? So we got this move also. So we just need to break this range. If out season, for whatever reason, right, we start dumping, you know where to buy it. It is going to be right there, just about 50. It's going to be painful, right? It's going to be a 60% drop, right? But it is going to be the greatest opportunity, right, for you, right? So let's see. Not you, but me, okay? I'm talking to myself. So EWT, it's nothing. Hey, what's up, who, me? Been a while, man. So EWT doesn't have any charting to do, man. It's fairly new. All you do is just hold, right? The sucker just pumping, just like SPX and like NWC. You know, they just pumping, right? DOCK, just hold, man. We're gonna take a look at it next, right, later on, after I finish with this alphabetical order thing. So still a hold, right? Still a very good hold, right? Right there. We're gonna look for the 360, okay? But we just need to break a 100 EMA, just about 210, right, to 220. Current price is about 170, right? 171. $171. I'm trying to get my last price. Okay, I got it now. So I was trying to get the line for the last price. So, you know, just need to close above this range, guys. If we can close above 210, it could create momentum. But if we get rejected again and, you know, we dump once again, we just have to suck it up. 50 to 70 sats range. Just like I talked about when Cyclical, you know, was 65 sats, guys. Can you imagine? We picked Cyclical like 65 sats, right? From 65, right? All the way up to 242, right? And I was like, guys, that's it. It pumped to 300, right? But, you know, ultimate target was 242, right? So let's move on now. Pump it. Yeah, Komodo is on Binance, man. So Vite is crazy. It is a crazy chart, right? So that's one of the easiest also analysis. Just like I'm waiting for TCT to pump. TCT got the same chart. You can see, right? Pump, unlimited pump. That's what they call unlimited pump, right? So just, it is still a hold, right? No need to do anything. So okay, VITE doesn't have enough history, but it looks like, you know, it looks like a, you know, it is still correcting on the lower degree. Let's check 6 hour. Yeah, 6 hour lower degree, it is still correcting. It can still come back down to like 240, okay, 240 to 250 area. Let's check our Fibonacci, swing low, swing high. We just hit like 382, right? 50% going to be exactly at 100 EMA. So it could find a support 240. Okay, if we break 240, we're gonna have to basically circuit up and look for 220, 230. So it is still correcting, okay? But macro scale wise, it is still a good hold, right? 2 days and a 3-day chart. Okay, so this move, it can still drop back down, and then you can anticipate this reversal right there to kill it. That's a short-term trade you would be looking for. Okay, short-term trade, look for this move. It might not, yep, 250, yep, can break this 21 EMA short-term trade, break the 21 EMA, right, and pump back up. Looks nice, okay, looks nice, nothing to say about it. Hey, what's up, Kavish? Look at TE, that's Wabi, right? TE, so Wabi, I don't know why Wabi looks washed out. Okay, so May lows, pumped it upside, 3-way move, pullback. So you know, I like to basically be bearish whenever I see this move. So Wabi, I would, okay, if you're holding Wabi, right, you might also consider like having some buy orders right there. Okay, so just in case, okay, this pattern is a bearish pattern, right? This pattern right there, this pattern is a bearish pattern, right? So however, sometimes we can just get this 0.618 to 50% pullback before getting this move. So look for a bull flag. I would look for a bull flag for Wabi, okay, TAEL, right? So look for some bull flag right there, right, within the next few days. But a good area to buy again, if you know we going to be dumping, it is going to be just about like 750. You don't even have to wait for the absolute bottom, okay, just about, let's say 850. Okay, 850, because sometimes price doesn't go back all the way down to the absolute bottom, right? It doesn't go. So but let's just monitor it, right, just in case we get a bullish setup, make a bull flag, break this resistance right there, we could just take it to the moon, right? We can easily take it to the moon with a 120 extension right there, okay, which is like 2,300. I know the trend line people are gonna tell me like we don't have enough touches, but it all depends how you look at it. Okay, I could look at it, you know, I could look at it as a 120 extension right there and don't care about the triangular formation, right, and do this, right? That is still valid all the way up to 2,400, right? So that's a bullish setup, but we're gonna need to break like above like 1,300, right, above 1,300. So let's take a look at the next one. Oh, WaltonChain. Oh man, look at WaltonChain. You guys know our setup for WaltonChain. Okay, so we're looking for crazy numbers for WaltonChain. WaltonChain already pumped last year, like August, right? Exactly same time, right? August 14th, right? Pump all the way up to where? To like 6,000, right? That's when I started saying, guys, let's buy ICX. Okay, let's buy ICX, right? Actually ICX, I was saying it like October, November, right? But WaltonChain, I was like, we're gonna drop all the way down, right, to 2,000. We dip all the way down to 1,500. So, and I remember somebody in the premium group was saying, oh, we're never gonna drop down that low, guys. And guess what? I recommended to buy it again, right there, 1987. I remember the same exact number when I called it, right? And one was one of our pick also January, just about like February, first week of February. It hit target exactly on a dot, and we pick it again after it dropped. We pick it again, right? 1987, and you can take a look at it. It's up 100% since we picked it, right, for the June prices, right? That was one of our top pick for June, right? Just like Algo, right, and AGI, right, you know, XLM, one of them. ZCash is also one of them. ZCash looking great, still very slow, but looks great, right? Not XDZ, but Cosmos. Okay, but Cosmos did not dump down to 20,000. It just reversed from 36,000, right? So Cosmos we did not get a chance to enter, right? So next one on the list. Whoa, look at this, waves. Oh, I ain't even gonna show you wave, right? Because we talked about wave a couple of days ago before the pump, right? So wave got a crazy correction, right? Depend how you look at it, right? But I was looking at it like this, right? And I was looking at this structure. This entire move was just a correction, right? This entire move was just a correction. It's just big, right? But it was a correction, right? So wave, I said it, buy it at 1300. It dipped down to where? 1000, right? I shouldn't say buy right there, but everything dumped, right? So it's nothing you can do. Right before the pump, I was saying, guys, wave is ramping up. Wave is ramping up. Wave is ramping up. Bang. Right in your face. Bang. Okay. So, and people are going to be jumping in to buy it now. And our target was like 28,000 to 30,000. Guess what? We hit like 35,000. Right? 35,000. Right? So wave looks very good. It just, you know, I mean, kind of remind me of Ethereum back in 2019, right? Before it pumped. Similar chart, okay? Similar chart, Ethereum USD, right? So I don't know you do. Man, I don't watch YouTubers, man. I try not. I spend most of my time studying the chart than watching any YouTuber. So I don't know what they're saying really, right? So because they're just pumping. So, but you could say also, saying you pumping XRP too, and Loom too. But I'm not pumping. I've been saying it. Some of these coins, I'm telling you, like, they're looking good. I'm not even holding them, right? So I'm pretty comfortable with that, right? I'm just saying, like, they look good, right? But some of them, I don't even hold them, right? So most of them, not even some of them, but most of them, I don't even hold them, because you can have like a, I don't want to hold too many coins, right? That's why I do short-term trades, right? So let's see. That's WePower. I like WePower, right? I think I sent a chart when WePower was like, I think 95 or 90, just about like 100, 88 when it was like 88, I think, right? So, but WePower dump did me wrong. It's okay. I'm starting to be very confident back in this trade, right? Double rejection, triple rejection, June prices right there. That looked great. Nothing to say about WePower. If you basically holding WePower, all you have to do, right, don't look at it, right? Because it's gonna wave, okay? It's gonna wave, and it's gonna AST BTC. You know AST BTC, right? And you know what wave just did? It is just gonna, I mean, it got two resistances, right? One right there at 94, and you also got the 100 EMA. So if we're gonna break both of these at the same time, we're gonna need like a bigger volume, bigger momentum to do it. So it might not even consolidate above 100. Okay, it might not even consolidate in that range. Very good buy right now. Okay, very good hold. And you're gonna be like, where's target, right? You guys know where's target. Target is June prices. Okay, June prices right there, just about 180 to 200, right? You could be greedy and look for the very top, 250. That's also very possible. Okay, So I'm gonna be looking into, I'm not holding any right now, but I'm gonna be looking into it again. It's at 85 right now. Okay, 85 right now. 85. So you look at May prices, right? It was like, let's see, 58. Kind of like XVG IOST, pretty cheap. Okay, very cheap, right? Very cheap, right? So looks nice, man. If like we can stay in this range for the next few weeks, that's going to be great. Also, it'll give us like chance to take more profits, right, from other coins, and basically just let it, you know, sit right there. That way you're not going to hold something like that is right there with your entire profits, right? That's not safe. You have to rotate, right? You have to rotate. But it might not give us that chance. It might not give us a chance. Let's take a look at on the weekly. On the weekly, we're just closing above the weekly 21 EMA, which is also a plus in this alt season. You can see right there, it did not close above it, but it forced through, pump. Okay, these low volume coins, sometimes they pump very, I mean, when you see these coins pump, you know, like alt season is about to be over, right? You just have to remember that some of these coins, right? Like, you know, we talked about it before, you know, some like POE, you know, BCPT, you know, all those coins, right? They just give you like 100% in one day, and then they, you know, they be like, okay, I got a pump too, right? It's just pump at last, right? They just pump at the, you know, very last. They be like the very last coin to be pumping, right? Sometimes, not all the time, right? Wazir, oh man, I'm mad at Wazir. I was looking at Wazir the other day, but I was too busy, right? I was like, this sucker looks very good, because on the 6 hour it was looking very good, but on the 3-day chart was not. Okay, it's nothing like I saw that is beautiful. I would have said like, hey, we're gonna be moving sideways for a couple of days, right, before pumping, right? But even though on the 6 hour time frame, all the chart are sent, right? You know, they got the same structure. Okay, MTL, okay, gas, right? IOTX, they got the same structure, but I cannot basically trade all of them, right? I cannot send like 100 charts, right? So that's one of the reasons I did not send basically a HBAR similar structure and Wazir, but they both pump, right? Pump massively, right? So let's see. Okay, let's see. It doesn't have enough history. That's the thing. That's why it's not easy to do anything with it. But if you want to hold it long term, it's a great hold. Okay, it's a great hold. It is fairly new. Okay, you're looking at like 18 months to 24. It might break like all-time high of 2,500, right, within the next few weeks or month. So, oh, look at this, Walton. Walton, Walton, I was looking at short-term trade also for Walton, right? Like 420 to 520, easy 25%, 30% move, right? Just like Wazir, but we did not take Wazir, we took Walton, okay? And I was like, Walton, upside target, you hit it on the dot, guys. Look at it, 418, 20% move. Entry was right there, okay? This low 400, right? Take a look at it. Right there, 20% move, easy 20% move, right? So now it is just correcting. But on the 3-day chart, we not yet. Let's move on to the 2-day, right? Because 3-day might be too far. Okay, on the 2-day chart, you can see like we get rejected by the 100 EMA. So a close above it could be very nice for the bulls, okay? Could be very nice. We got this pump, we got this correction, right? You know you're gonna expect this move, right? Not 9 out of 10, but 7 out of 10, right? You're gonna get it, okay? I just showed you Enigma like not too long ago before the pump. I showed you Enigma and I was like, Enigma is doing this, right? It's gonna do this, and it just pumped 100% since I said it. Okay, it pumped like 100%, right? So what are we looking for right now? For Walton to be bullish, right, we're gonna need to close above the 2-day 100 EMA, and then to create more momentum. Because if we're gonna wait above the 103-day, we might be buying it very high, like 700, and current price is like, let's say 420, right? So can we dip down again right there, get the double bottom? Absolutely. Bear is going to be calling for head and shoulder, and bull's going to take it to the upside. So beautiful chart, right? Beautiful chart. Easy. I said it also like back then, and I was like, all the alt they're making this move. Not all, but most of it. But guess what? Guess what, right? Wave made the same move, right? Made the same move right there on the weekly basis. That's why wave was so strong, and I was like, buy it right there. It was like 1300, just like when I was calling for storage, right, below 2000. Okay, I said buy storage below 2000. Man, buy 2000. I mean, if you're looking for 2000 and it dropped down to 1400, that's over like almost what, 20, let's say quarter of that, right? Almost like 30% drop, right? So now we're about to get to XTZ. Man, I'm seeing a lot of Tezos moon boys. I think Tezos can hit $8, man, this year. So let's see. Look at NEM. NEM is one of our top pick also for this this quarter. It's moving very slow, but it could pick up next quarter, right? So NEM, we talked about it back in June, first week of June, right there when it was like above the 200 EMA, but it was moving very slow. So I was like, NEM, we could pick it like 400 to 500 range, right? But take a look at it, we didn't even get exactly 400, so we just had to basically jump in much higher, okay? But I was accumulating right there, okay? That was the accumulation range. If it dips down to 400, that's going to be a good buy. A pump above 560, right? Current price just about 422. I know it is a lot, right? After a 12% pump, we could see like high momentum, a high momentum from NEM. Okay, beautiful setup. Do not be too bearish with this head and shoulder type of formation at the bottom. Even if it does this, it is going to create a better structure. So just have to suck it up and wait for the big move to up like 1000. Okay, to up like 1000 right there. Okay, current price just about like 500. I think that's not even a lot, looking at like coins, right? These coins pumping like 400x from May lows, not 400x, 400%. Okay, we can go all the way up to December 2018, but it is going to be very aggressive, and most people are not going to be waiting. So best thing to do, right? Respect the this trend line right there. Not trend line, but this resistance of 1000, right? Okay, NEM is very undervalued compared to XLM and ADA, right? So but it is a nice chart, man. Like, nothing to say. If you're familiar with VET, same thing. Okay, same thing with VET. So the trend is changing. Okay, we're talking about XLM. You can see XLM, right? So XLM, bull flag, drop, pump, look for this drop. It dropped, got a three-way move, pull back right there, right? The rest of the crypto already making this kind of three-way move, pull back. VET did it long time ago. Not VET, but XLM did it long time ago. Retest it, look for this double bottom, retest this top, break above it. It is a good buy. Okay, you're not gonna catch it after that. Okay, you're not gonna catch it after that. So nice setup, nice sideways correction, almost like 1 year of sideways correction. It's not doing anything. You take a look at the high of the sideways correction and the current price. It's the same thing. So you're looking at VET. It is about like just about like, if you take a look at it on the yearly basis, right, 12-month basis, it might be like up like 10-20%. Let's see. TradingView is not showing it to me, but I can do it myself. Right there, that's like July, August 2nd, right? August 11th, right? Right there. It's only up 20%. So if you bought it like since August last year, right, it's been moving sideways. It has not done anything for you yet, right? So you're expecting it to give you 400% return. So it means you have to wait longer, right? Longer. So and from May lows, right? June, May lows right there. Yep, you're looking at exact range right there, just about like 3,000, right? 3,000 max, 3,000 max. But short-term target right there, just about 15 to 1600. You should know that, right? Because I said it when excellent was like 600, 700. Right, and I was like, accumulate first target going to be 1150, just like ADA, target was like 1150. If we break 1150, you're going to be looking for 1600. Same thing, same exact pattern. So we're going to be looking for 1650. That's 100% move guaranteed, right, over the next few weeks, few months. So I would be basically reaccumulating it, right? So next one, we're gonna move on to Monero. Look at Monero. Okay, Monero is one of our top pick for this quarter also, right? So because Monero, we're looking for the WXY correction. It is clean, man. It is nothing you can say about this WXY correction. That's why I just said do not pay attention to this head and shoulder, right? You pay attention to a head and shoulder, right? Bottom formation, head and shoulder, you're gonna get wrecked. It's doing this, okay? So this move has not even started an impulse wave yet. Everything from the bottom to this range is just small momentum, not a big momentum. So Monero, a very good hold. Okay, I don't think we're gonna get a big challenge above like 0.001, right, which is like something like that, 1 million satoshis, right? 0.001. So not 0.001, but 0.01, right there. We at 0.009 resistance right there, but current price is just about like 0.00775, right? So kind of sound funny, 75, but current price just about like 0.075, right? So a very good hold over the next few days, right? So we just have to be very cautious because I've seen this correction in a smaller time frame. This one last year, back in February, March, right? I was very bullish on Monero, but it did me wrong. I was bullish on Monero. Right there, you see, like we got the same structure in terms of correction, right? We did break out, right? But I was like, if we break after we broke out, and I was like, okay, guys, we just have to keep going up. If we break this level, I'm done with Monero, right? And we did break it, right? So now on the 3-day chart, it is giving me the same thing again. So I just have to be very cautious, right? So what are we looking for? We're looking for higher prices up to like June prices. However, right, for the bearish momentum, if it breaks this range, I'm just gonna have to give up, just like I did a year and a half ago. That's it, nothing else. Okay, because patterns sometimes they like to repeat themselves. Just because the rest of the market is pumping doesn't mean that Monero gonna pump, right? Because it could turn, you could get a bad news, right, and it can drop down. right? Drop down and basically pump like somewhere around like, you know, November, December, January, right? Accumulation range. So, but let's not basically be too bearish, but we just have to talk about the bearish momentum, right? But the bullish momentum, you know, it is a clean WXY. You got three-way move pullback, 1, 2, 3, right? We talk about all of this good stuff like back in April last year, especially with Neo also, right? When we called Neo to, we said, you know, I was like, I like Neo, but it is going to be breaking down, right? So, and you can see we're looking for this move, which is going to be our X, right? You got W, X, and Y, just like ZCash also, right? So I think ZCash making the same structure, but Monero I'm 100% sure, right? So let's see. XRP, we already talked about XRP. Do you guys want me to talk about XRP again? But we already talked about XRP. Let's take a look at on the 3-day chart. Get my Aldo EMA, got rejected. We're gonna need XRP to close above this range right there, right? S&T status. I already talked about the let's add it. S&T. I already talked about the yeah, it doesn't. Sorry, man. Sorry, I thought it had it because I did it manually. I added all these coins by myself, like on TradingView. So if you guys need the list to the you know, of all the coins I have already from Binance, right? Let me know. I can send it. In the public group, so you won't have to basically type it, okay? Because you can export it right here. I can just export it as a file, and then if I send it, you just have to import it. When you go on your TradingView, you click on import, right there, and then you just wherever you basically got it on, right? You just select it, right, and then it's gonna basically bring all the pairing. So if you guys need it, let me know in the public Telegram group so I can send it, right? So you got all the list. You're gonna be missing some, but if you're missing, like, you might be missing like couple of them, like, because they just got listed. But S&T, I don't know why I missed it, right? So let's go to S&T and we're gonna go back. Oh, look at S&T. I know why this guy is keep asking me about S&T. It's 14% up, right? So S&T looks great. Looks great, okay. But it pumped very hard, man. It already retested June prices. That's my concern, right? That's my concern. You can hold it, right? But like I said, you got so many coins, and you got so many coins just about like around like a June prices, right? So if you bought S&T back then, you don't have no business being in it. Holding a big bag of it when you can basically hold like some other bags like right around like a May, June lows, okay, prices of 2020. Okay, it can pump, but after it pump, you gotta take the profits, and you know, you got Loom, you got not even Algo, Qdom, right? You got so many, okay, so many QLC, storage, VPower, we just talk about it, right? To pick from instead of basically falling in love with it, right? Okay, I don't want to bash your coin. I'm not bashing it, but all I'm saying, right, it already retested June prices, and you know most of our target is basically what are basically June prices, right? We're looking for June prices. So if it hit it, no need to marry it, right? So now let's go back to King XRP. So King XRP, I don't have anything to say about King XRP. We said it, we would love to get a stronger momentum above 2800, okay, 2800. We could get a higher momentum, but as of now, it is still correcting, just like the rest of the crypto. We just don't know because I've seen this chart, right? I said XRP and AMB, they got the same chart, right? So AMB already pumping, so XRP could be pumping next, right? But it has to close above this range, short-term trade, above 2800, right? It could create a higher momentum. But other than that, right, we could possibly be making some flag right there. Okay, make a a bull flag, pump, make another bull flag, and pump to the upside. But the most interesting thing is, like, we at least retested 100 EMA, 3-day chart. That's the first challenge. Okay, it's nothing you can do whenever you retest it. Most of these alt, right, whenever they retest a 100 EMA 3D, they get banged. Okay, bang, boom, down. All right, so it is pretty normal. All right, so wait for it, and then you could be looking for 3,500 range, which is right there. Okay, right there after that. But we gotta be able to get this one. You're gonna be like, saying that's only 30%, right? I want something that pump like 70% like waves. But hey, take it step by step, okay? Because June prices right there, it's another basically double in price, right? So XRP going to like 70 cents. You gotta remember when I was calling for 70 cents, right? If you drop down to like 10 cents, 13 cents, we can pump all the way up to 70 cents, but we're gonna drop all the way back down. so be ready, okay? You gotta be able to take profit at 70 cents, right? So it can play out, right? So let's move on. But it looks good, man. It looks good. I was looking for 1,000, but I said it, if you're looking for 1,000, it dumped down to 1,300 on Poloniex, right? So it broke the trend line. Did not actually break it, right? Because you can draw it like this, right? But if you want to cheat, right? Let's say you want to cheat, and you could try to draw it like this, right? Just to make yourself feel good. But that'll be on you, okay? It'll be on you. I would just do this just to be safe. So let's move on. XRP USD, we already talked about it, right? The first 5-15 minutes of the stream, of the live stream. So that's the bull flag right there. So it's not bearish. Low volume, 12 hours of selling pressure. That's not bearish, okay? So look for this retest of 29 and try to basically retest this range right there, right? So, but we already got a possible bearish setup, which is you got your W, X, and Y, okay? You got W, X, Y. So if you basically recognize this pattern alone, right? This pattern, this structure right there, okay? We already, you've seen this structure. You've seen it before, right? It is basically nothing but the BTC chart, right? Okay, that's just 14K. Imagine that's 14K. That's a sideways correction we got to September last year, and that's a 3-way move we called back in February, and that's a March dump, right? And that's a BTC, current pump right there. That's the same exact move XRP is repeating on the lower degree. So let's see if XRP do this pump to the upside and get rejected. It means like BTC might pump to like a 14K again, right? And get this move back down. So let's see, okay? So I'm tired of showing you like these, these fractals, but it's the same exact thing. But let's see, okay? We already got 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's what the bull is gonna be counting, right? Right? They're gonna be like 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. This move was just an WXY correction, right? Got your W, X, and Y correction. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? To the upside, it could double top, or it could just make a ending diagonal, right? And you could possibly look for a 0.618 pullback after that, which is bang right there. Man, I haven't been doing Elliott wave for so long, so but Elliott wave is fun though. It's just like when you recognize this pattern. Sometimes I don't need Elliott waves. I don't need to talk about it. I can talk about Elliott wave every single day, right? I master it. I'm comfortable with it. But sometimes you see like a patterns, and you know, talking about the patterns and the moving averages are much basically much more accurate than basically the Elliott waves. So that's one of the real. But if you're bullish, that's the setup. If you're looking for a pullback, you could look for your wave number 4 support as a wave number 4 as a support, which could be anywhere around right here or right there, right? So but these are short-term trade. That's why I don't want to mess with it, right? But the longer term trade, right, is like I said it, we just don't need to break 2800 versus the BTC. Okay, we're gonna need to break 2800, right? And then we're gonna look for a long position, right? And it could possibly already on versus a dollar. Since we don't care about the dollar, right? If we break 2800, XRP might not even break like, you know, 32 cents, right? You see what I'm saying? It might not break like 32 cents if we break like 2800. It all depends on BTC price. That's why we just have to be also very cautious in, you know, in that regard, right? But it might be creating a bullish pattern on the dollar, and then we're gonna basically just buy it versus BTC and don't worry about the dollar. You see what I'm saying? And if it breaks out versus the dollar, we start paying attention to it. But we just gonna need to basically break this range, okay, which is like almost 33, and we got out where we got out 31, guys. 29 to 31. Entry 20.5. Said it exactly on a weekly basis. That's what we said, right? For almost like 8 weeks, people have been saying, oh, Sen, give me some XRP targets. I was like, guys, it is nothing to do with XRP. I mean, we don't have anything to do with XRP right now, right? So it is moving sideways. It is getting rejected by the weekly 100 EMA. Not weekly 100 EMA, but weekly 200 EMA. What do you want to do? Do you want to be jumping in and out and getting stopped out all the time? I mean, yes, if you're looking for a short-term trade, you can short it like 5%, 7%, all of that good stuff, right? But if you're looking for a big trade, I knew we're either going to get this big trade or we're going to get the big trade to the downside, right? This one, right? So I knew we're going to get at least a 30 to 40% trade. So I was like, the safest thing to do right now, right? Because this move is impulse for XRP, and this move is corrective, right? So we can expect what, a 1-to-1 extension of this move, right? It's going to take us right there. Okay, good area of confluence, right? So, and you take a look at it at the same time, the longer term trend line was exactly at the same level. So we had a valid reason to basically get out at 31 cents right there, right? So we got out 31 cents. It is still moving sideways since we got out. So you might be trading it, but over the last 2 to 3 weeks, it's not doing anything. It's just about average price is like 30 cents, right? So it's at 30 cents right now. So you might be taking trade in and out and getting stopped out. That's why I don't want to mess with it right now. It is just corrective. We're going to wait for the big trade. We take it and you take another 20 to 30% move. That's it. No need to basically jump in, okay? And if you're looking for a short-term trade, you can, not short-term, but a bearish setup, you could get this move to the downside, which is going to be also a great move, like almost a 40% drop. So either way you look at it, you got a big move coming very soon. Don't be in rush. Don't be in rush. Okay, we weren't in rush for like almost like, May all the way up to like June. We didn't do anything. Did not take any XRP trade, right? So you don't want to force the trade. Let the trade come to you, okay? I know most of us love XRP and we want to take trade, feel like, we have to take it, but sometimes we don't, okay? We don't. Late night streaming, let's go. Crypto takeover in the house. Hey, what's up, crypto takeover? It's been a while, man. Where you been at? I dumped the BTC, man. OXT. Yeah, OXT. Giovanni just remind me about OXT. I just pumped. I think it was like 20. I was looking at it. This sucker was like, I think 21, 22. And I was looking at it again. This sucker was like 20. I don't know, man. I was like, man, it is pumping so hard. But it's not. I don't think it's on Binance, right? Hey, what's up, Buzz? Buzz in the house, man. Thanks a lot for tuning in, man. Buzz 36. Santiago, what's up, my Doom boy? Santiago, I haven't seen your trade setups, man. Are you getting wrecked or something? I haven't heard you saying anything about BTC over the last few days. I'm just messing, man. I know you're not getting wrecked. Thanks a lot for exquisite ROM. So let's move on, guys. Let's move on. I gave you guys a good analysis for XRP. So let's see how it turns out, right? I don't need no setup for XRP. You know, we long at 20.5, right? As soon as we close above it, you know, not just XRP, but guys, think about it, right? XRP, right? We long it from where 20.5 to 31 cents, right? Bitcoin Cash from 247, right? Send the trade setup from 247, 250 to 330, exactly on the dot. It hit like 331. Ethereum Classic, same thing. Okay, we hit it, right? From like low, from like high, actually, you know, 6.8 range all the way up to basically, you know, 7.8, right? Ethereum from 320 to 310 range all the way up to 375 on that move, right? So, and many other coins. Just Tezos, we're gonna move on to XTZ. We long it from like, you know, $3, right? 3.2 actually, right, to be precise, right, all the way up to 4.1 and got out. So if you've been looking for $4, I mean $5, it pumped to 4.4. You know what I mean? I could have stayed, but guess what? It is now dumping. So you just get out, wait for another setup. Market is not going anywhere. It's not going anywhere, right? It's not going anywhere, right? So we're going to talk about Tezos, right? But look at Tezos is next. Oh, why is Tezos is dumping? It's Tezos BTC, okay? It's okay. So Tezos BTC, even if Tezos BTC, I got a setup for Tezos BTC to buy the breakout above 3,300. But it is okay. That's a weekly chart, man. We just getting rejected. So it is a bearish setup. It is a descending triangle, right? You got impulse, corrective, right? So that's very aggressive right now to be bullish on Tezos. Very aggressive. But you know, we just have to wait over the next few days to see, you know, what type of a bullish reaction we're gonna get above this trend line, right? It is a descending triangle, yes, but it doesn't have to be bearish because market is bullish right now, right? Market is bullish, right? But remember, that's a bearish setup. We cannot basically just ignore it because we want XTZ to go up. So be prepared for, you know, a possible breakdown. I'm not saying it will happen, right? But you know, we got a possible, you know, it could be, it could be dumping also, right? But the good thing is that we broke above the trend line on the 3-day chart. You guys know I love my 3D, right? We're dumping back down to retest it. And somebody sent me something about Tezos, I think, you know, in a public Telegram group, and I was like, it's gonna come back down, okay? So, but it's Tezos USD. We're gonna take a look at Tezos USD. So nice support coming back down to retest the trend line, so it's bullish. So I wouldn't be shorting it right now. I'm actually got a, you know, set up for a long position from 3.75 to 392, right, for Tezos. So I'm bullish on it, even though I got a bearish setup. That's very, very, very controversial, but you're gonna be like, why are you long when you got a bearish setup? It's okay. All right, so let's move on. Looks great. Okay, upside target, just to be fair to the Buzz 2.0s, we could be looking for one one-to-one extension right there. Right, if you don't know who's Buzz in our premium group, that's what I'm saying. Buzz 2.0s, he likes trend line, right? Pattern guys, right? So you look for like 50,000, which is not that bad, which is like probably $7, right? Something like that, $8, right? So depending on BTC price, right? If BTC is 20K, that's $10, right? So if BTC is 10K, that's $5, right? So let's look for this target for Tezos, assuming like we're gonna basically find support right there. Even if we dip below the trend line, it is okay, because it can dip down to like a 382, 0.618 to 0.786 before pumping. So do not basically be too bullish above this trend line. You can be as bullish as you want, but just know on the higher time frame, on the weekly, you got a descending trend line, right? But me, I'm personally favoring the bulls right now, right? So let's move on. Look at this guy, Tezos USD, right? So I don't even look at it that much, but let's see. So let's take a look at it on the lower degree. On the lower degree, I think somebody sent a chart, right, and said, oh, Tezos, look at it right there, we're going to the moon. And I was like, look for this first, right, in red, right? I'm just exaggerating on the line, and then you're gonna look for this move afterward. So that's one of the reasons why I'm looking for a long position from Tezos 392 all the way down to 375, right? I think it's KS, right? I'm not sure. So be careful with these V-shaped recovery. Whenever you see them, right? Whenever you see a V-shaped recovery, especially impulse, right? Look for a possible correction. You could get another correction, right? Another correction and another impulse. The sideways correction could take forever. If volume still remain very low, right? Low volume remain, most of the time you get very corrective structure. That's why I'm looking for a long, but I'm getting out. If the long is successful, get out right there. 4.1, not even try to pick the top, right? 4.1, to basically a 4.3 range, right? So hopefully John do. Hey man, Santiago, you never get wrecked. I mean, yeah, if you pay attention, man, like I know people like not even in my public Telegram group, they paying attention, and they, I just talked to someone. He said, oh, okay, I was making a killer based on your public live stream. I mean, it doesn't cost me anything to do this live stream, right? But when you're in the premium, you get more attention. Basically, you get better setups. I mean, these setups are pretty good, but you get the setups basically out there for you. When something goes wrong, I can say, hey guys, I'm getting out, stuff like that, right? Or is it time to get out of alt? Is it time to jump into BTC, or is it time to jump into fiat? And we also got a scalp channel, right, for BTC, short-term trades, right? Even though I don't have a big trade for BTC, I'm still, taking like a short-term trade. Like we just shorted it at 11,950, and we were looking for like up to 12.1. Those type of trade, like Iceman trade, like 50x trade. Now, don't do 50x, right? I'm just joking. But those big trades, right? So not big trade, but short-term trades, right? So yeah, I'm joking. I'm just joking, man. Thanks a lot. Okay, that's okay. So I mean, I'll study the market around the clock, guys. Like, I mean, I got emotions too, right? Sometimes I go back and watch my own videos, right? When I'm like, okay, for instance, like today I was looking to buy to add to IOST, no, buy IOST, right? It looks very bullish, right? But at the same time, right, I wanted to take a short-term trade for CELR. So I'm like, man, now I got a dilemma. I don't know what to do. So, but I ended up getting IOST, right? So at 56, right? Yeah, 56. I entered at 56. So and just it is a short-term trade. I'm just looking for like 77 or so on, right? Because all my short-term trade over the last few days, they doing exception. I mean, like great. Okay, IOTX. Okay, we enter like somewhere like 57, 59, right? All the way up to 82 and still bullish. Okay, QKC. Okay, we entered at 67, and target was like 83 to 88. It hit it. All those targets are like, it seems small, right? The numbers seem very small, but percentage wise, it's like 20 to 30% moves you're looking at, right? So, and many other trades, okay, right? Metal, okay, metal entry 2900, right? And we're looking for 33 to 35. It hit 33 on the dot. So if you're looking for like quick in and out, man, you get it. You get it with Send Crypto, right? You get it with Send Crypto and many other, okay, like DNT. I don't know if like you guys pay attention to my public, targets. I give you guys setup like DNT when it was 88, right? I don't know if you guys followed, right? But hey, it's free trade, okay? Like Algo, I give it to you guys at 2500, right? You can go back to my public and type like Algo BTC. You can see the setup, right? So let's move on, okay? I don't need more Tezos. Oh, Verge. Okay, look at Verge, right? Verge is dipping, so something is not going right. I don't know why these coins are dumping, but Verge, like right there, 57, right, to 68. I was looking for actually 71 to a 73 range. It's not there yet, but it is still like, send a signal from for Verge from like 55, 56 before it broke out right there. Okay, for Verge, right? So if you're still in the trade, just have to put your stop loss, right, at entry, right there from the breakout. You already got your 26% move, right there, 69. Okay, the numbers doesn't seem like big, like 54, 69. You be like, if you don't know math, you're gonna be like, man, that's not a lot. But imagine like you buying bits at 54,000, not even 54,000, but 5,700, and you're selling, 7,000. Most people, gonna be very happy, right? That's the same thing. These numbers, they look small, but they, percentage wise, it's the same thing. Okay, 57 to 69, it's the same percentage as 5,700 and 6,900. It's the same thing. I mean, the premium is not that expensive. If you it's not expensive at all, man. With 1 to 2 trade, like I know people like with one trade, okay, one single trade, they basically pay for a monthly, yearly fees, okay, one trade, okay. There's 20%, guys. Most of you guys play, trade with one BTC or more. 20% of one BTC is 0.2 something, right? A little bit more than 0.2, right? Because BTC is at 12, almost 12,000, so 0.2 or 2, right? So the fees for the yearly fee is not even more than 0.2, right? So when other people are going to charge you like 0.1 a month, okay, 0.15 a month, I mean, that's still not a lot regarding like what they do for you, right? Like look at the trade, give you setups. I think that's still very cheap. Okay, I think even think like that's still very cheap. But the market is very volatile. Okay, so Verge pulling back down, push to the upside, so it could be coming back down. So Verge doesn't have enough bullish momentum as of now, but I like the bearish setup, because if you follow most crypto, you know this is a typical crypto bear market right there. That's a typical crypto bear market. So we're just gonna have to either wait for this move back down, right, to take it to the upside, or you just hold it and put a stop loss right there and don't care, because it might not be coming back down. It might just give us a flat correction right there. This move, that move, right, and this move. Okay, just like algo on the higher time frame, right, retest the top. So if you're still holding Verge, you just put stop loss below 45, 47 and sit tight, relax. This range has to be a Fibonacci level for price to stay in this range for that long. Look at it, it's exactly at 0.786, right? So, you know, it looks good. So basically, this setup probably going to be successful. If, you know, the bulls going to be strong, they could just wait for this move. Okay, so it could be very painful, because other alt gonna be pumping and Verge not gonna be pumping, because it is just correcting up and down. Like PHB is killing me right now. PHB, you know, been holding it for since like what? Since I think it's July 6th. I think July 6th that's when I sent in my premium. Like I like PHB under 37, but I got in like at 40. I was like, okay, let me get in 40. Right around like July 16, I think, right? July 26th, 25th, right? Something like that. We got the big dump, okay? And I was being like trying to be brave, and I was like, man, I'm just gonna hold it. Yeah, okay. You know, I've been holding it, you know, since then, and it dropped all the way down to like 32, 33 range. I didn't touch it, right? So now it's back to my entry at 40, but this sucker, it seems like the universe is just saying, do not break 40. do not basically break out, right? So it's been sitting at 40 for the last few decades, right? So I don't know, but as soon as you sell it, and if you're not patient enough, you sell it, it's just pumped like to 110, because I got a target at 110. So 40 to 110 is over like almost like 100 and what, 150, something like that, right? 200%, right? Move 110 to 120. So, but let's see if PHB is gonna pump. It has a low supply, low volume also, so like 4 million market cap, right? So but let's see if it's gonna pump, right? So let's move on to the next one. Oh, look at ZCash, Zcoin. Okay, you see like what I just said regarding the bear market, a typical bear market for the Verge right there. So looking nice, okay, for ZCash. Let's move on to the Zcoin, not Zcash. So 3-day chart, if you take a look at it, it is pretty similar to, a little bit similar to Monero, but not quite, okay? But I like the double bottom. And I like the fact that, you know, we got rejected twice above the 100 EMA. So I can't remember which coin is basically doing the same thing. I think it is XTZ, right? Above the top, right around the top. So this move can either come back down and find support, or even come back down all the way down here to like 50,000, right? 50,000 range, because this coin is pretty expensive, right? Zcoin. I think you need like a lot of it to basically for the, you know, full node, right? I don't know. I don't do fundamentals, but I think the node is pretty expensive, right? So, and you're gonna look for this move. So it could create high momentum setup very soon, right? Beautiful bull flag right there, right? Push to the upside, came back, retested. So it doesn't have any business to come back down here, right? It doesn't have any business, right? The bulls should be very happy if like we drop down here. It's just gonna give us a bigger correction, right? Just gonna, but you also got the bulls on the lower degree. This is a head and shoulder formation, right, on the lower degree. And short-term trade, they're gonna be like, okay, 120 extension, we're gonna look for this 8300. So either way you look at it, it looks bullish, right? But you just have to wait till it breaks 100 EMA. It might break it while you're sleeping, right? Stuff like that, but you just have to wait, right? If you're already holding it, you're looking great, okay? Looking great, nothing to do. Yo. So yo. A nice setup, dropped to the downside, pumped to the upside. We got the initial alt pattern right there, a dump, right? So let's see, it could move very slow, but yo is, it is a buy, okay? It is a hold, right? It is a good hold. It is a good hold. It's a good hold above the 21, just above the 21 EMA. If you take a look at 6 hour, it is also similar to the rest of the crypto, but kind of different a little bit, right? It gave us this move, right? This three-way move, right? Pullback. You would have expect continuation, right? That's why, sometimes we have to be very careful with this three-way move. Strong drop. It is ramping up. It's gonna blast off, okay? It's gonna blast off. You got the moving averages crossing over right there. It is time to it is a good hold, okay? You take a look at volume, very low sell volume while we're picking up, right? You can see all along the way. So yo looks great, okay? So short-term trade to look for just about like 130 to 140 range, right? And you're looking at like almost 30% move, right, from current price. Just short-term trade, 25 to 30% move. So resistance right there, right? And then support right there, right there, support. So you guys know how to use TradingView, so I don't have to put numbers, right? So you just look at it as, as you go. So let's take a look at what time is it. 2 a.m. guys. Look at who's in the house. Jeff. Thanks a lot, Jeff. Jeff, are you Kiwi, right? You Kiwi, right? Kiwi. Jeff Hurdle. I mean Kiwi and premium, right? So. Oh man, come on, Sam. Is BSC still going to $1 million? You just have to remember one thing, okay? I haven't been wrong for BTC, okay? I haven't been wrong for BTC macro wise, right? Macro scale, all my macro call are, spot on. Even this 12K, when BTC was back in March, I was the first one to call like BTC 12K, right? 10 to 12K, and I showed you why also, right? So we still spot on macro scale, right? And I'm pretty sure you did not even buy BTC at 3K, so you did not even buy BTC. You're probably buying right now, right? When people are going to be selling it to you. So remember, I did not give you any time, okay? It could even pump to 20K and drop all the way down to 3K. So are you going to be like, oh, you got your 3K now, right? So, but let's see, all right? Let's not. Basically going to $1. So let's move on. ZCash, 3-day chart. Nice momentum above the 3-day chart, right? So now you can see like it gives us a nice. I don't trade ZCash on. I don't trade ZCash a lot, but if you take, I don't even trade it, not a lot, but I don't touch ZCash for some reason, right? I don't trade it. So you can see like we got this move, right? So that was a bullish setup. Okay, that was a bullish setup. So, and we got the impulse move to the upside, right? And basically dumping back down to retest it. So that is still bullish. So, but the bull's gonna need to break the top now. It is going to be challenging for them to retest the top. But overall, right, ZCash is bullish, right? Overall, above the 3-day 100 EMA, nice bull flag right there. I mean, falling wedge, right? Nice one right there back in January. Pump to the upside. Everybody was like, oh, we're going to the moon. It came right back down, retested. Same thing right there. Bull flag came back down, retested. So temporary setup for ZCash is like to retest the top. So I wouldn't be shorting it at all, because we got our June prices right there, almost like 0.011. So it is still a good hold, a very good hold, right? So I will be looking for a possible breakout pattern from it, right? It was also a good you know, back in June right there. I was looking for it to drop lower, but it did not drop lower. Right? It did not drop lower. And we just talked about this setup also right there, right? You got the drop, you got the three-way move. You're expecting a further drop, right? It doesn't drop. You got three-way move, double bottom, continuation. So sometimes you just have to be careful with this, okay? And use our other indicators, especially after a double bottom on our MACD, right? After this correction, you get a double bottom. It is something that we just have to remember, because, you know, sometimes you learn as you go. You learn as you go. I don't know if I showed you this setup, like let's say you drop, right? And you get a three-way move, right? And you're expecting another drop right there, right? But your MACD already got the double crossover like this, right? Your double bottom on your MACD. So you got this move, you're expecting this move, but you might not get it. You might not get it. But sometimes, right, your MACD, if your MACD doesn't give you a double bottom, like your MACD just giving you like this, gives you a double crossover like this, right, with a bullish high highs on your MACD, this move might drop. I've seen it multiple times, okay? I just gotta find it to show it to you, right? But this move might drop. So it is something I just have to remember, right? It's something I just have to remember. So what I mean by high highs, right? You see the MACD is double bottoming right there, right? And price gives you right there, right, a flat correction. You you could call it flat or zigzag depending on your how you look at it, right? And you're expecting this move to keep going down, but you already got something, you know, saying, hey, I'm strong enough, don't do anything. So just remember it, okay? So, but even if, like, you know, you got the cross, you got the double, you got the this move, and you got your double crossover, you can see right there, right? You're expecting this move to come back down. Even if we break out to the downside, this area going to be your next resistance level you want to be selling at. Okay, you buy right here and you sell right there. Okay, just like that's why we're selling at June prices. That's one of the reasons why we're selling at June prices. Okay, so you can take a look at June prices. Exactly, that's exactly what I'm trying to show you right there. Right, you can see, like, May, June prices, we made a three-way move pullback. You can see our MACD, right? It did cross over, and guess what? We did drop all the way down. Okay, we did drop all the way down. Okay, but we got a beautiful you know, beautiful setup right there with a three-way move, right? And you're expecting your MACD to hold tight, but it's not. And this setup right here, it's the same thing, but this one we reverse back up. But this one we did not make a double bottom, we made a lower low. but this one we made a high, right? You see right there. So these details are very important. I don't have time to talk about them all the time in my videos, but I'll look at the chart, I'll see it, but I just don't say anything. I just say something. I just omit it, right? So yeah, you got another one right there, right? You got a clean correction. Got 1, 2, 3, right? Right? And you're gonna be like, oh, look at my MACD. It is bullish right there, right? But you just have to get out. Just have to get out, because your MACD is not giving you any double bottom. Your flat correction giving you your correction giving you a flat correction, right? So you gotta get out. So remember, flat correction like this, you're dropping, get your flat correction, right? But your MACD is still trending up, and then you're like, oh, it is a flat correction. MACD is trending up. If you get the cross down on the MACD, suck it up, get out, get out, get out. Don't wait. Let's move on to the next one. Cyclical. Oh, look at Cyclical. Okay, Cyclical no bullish crossover yet on a MACD. That's a 3-day chart. Retest resistance, support was right there, 150 for Cyclical, right? Retest at 150, double top. You gotta be able to break this range of 220. Okay, and we talk about Cyclical like when Cyclical was right there. So that's what I'm trying to show. I showed you, if you go back watch my previous stream, right? I was like, this move, I was thinking like it's gonna hit basically 250 first and drop down to 150, right? But it made a short correction right there and drop down here and hit 250. So it's the same thing. Okay, same thing. So you gotta go back and watch my Cyclical previous update, right? So now it is challenging for Cyclical. 3-day no crossover yet, right? If you're bullish, you might want to wait till you get a crossover, but you might be telling me, oh, I already got a crossover right there. I bought right there. June 6th. But let's see what happened back in June 6th. Yes, that's a valid setup right there, because if you take a look at it on 6 hour, it was pretty much bullish, right? Just like the rest of the crypto. Just like the rest of the crypto. Okay, it was bullish. Okay, so now you got another correction on the lower degree, right here, right here. So this move, let's get this move back up and try to break this range. If we break it, we don't have any other choice but to retest the top. Okay, but as of now, it is making a correction right there. This move is impulse. It is making a correction. If I have to guess which way we're gonna go, I'm gonna be like bullish setup right now, right? But on the higher time frame, on the 3-day chart, it is also telling you just wait till you break, because you don't see the correction on the higher time frame. You see, all you see is candles. But on the higher time frame, you might want to wait, right? Maybe 2-day chart. If you're in rush, you use the daily chart. You're like, okay, on the daily, if we break this level, right, of 230, I'm gonna take it to like a 300 roughly, right? So you got plenty of chance, right? You got plenty of time to be patient and break above it. Okay, not because you're not guaranteed like you're gonna be pushing to the upside, because you can even drop down 2.786, right? So, but 3-day chart, I would be cautious, right, with Cyclical. Okay, I would be cautious with Cyclical. Because we just talked about Verge, right? And we said Verge drop all the way down to like 0.786. And Delica, you can see that we were looking for 150. We hit 150 exactly. So for whatever reason, right, we failed to break this level of 230, right? It could drop all the way back down to 270 right there. Not 270, but 100, okay, 101 or something like that. It is still valid because you got your wave 1 W, X, and Y correction, and then you're going to look for a trend reversal after that. I don't know how it is going to look like, but you look for one. So you got the perfect analysis for Zilliker. So let's move on. 0x looks good now. Okay, so 0x is starting to look good because I wasn't touching 0x at all. Okay, even though when 0x was right there back in January, everybody was bullish. I was like, nope, 0x, I want to buy it right there. But sometimes you don't get what you want, right? But now it is starting to look bullish again with this triple top. We break above it, right? Break above this range, which is like June prices. Whenever these alt retest the June prices, right, they're gonna slow down. So right now we don't have any choice but to start being bullish above this range. It could break it with XTZ Tezos at the same time. So let's see. Okay, if we break above like 5,000, 5,500, you just take it to the upside all the way up to 8,000. Okay, right there, which is like first week of April rejection. Okay, first week of it, because you take a look, you think about it, right? This coin was already pumped like from December 17 all the way blah blah blah. September 2018 it pumped massively. I remember this one, but it never pumped since like it never pumped. Okay, it never never pumped really. So let's just break this level, right? If you take a look at it, even if you go back in to March 2018, that's the level we basically bottom at, right? So that's the level we're trying to break again. So breaking this key level could be like a good hold, okay, for a possible sign of reversal. I don't know where, right? We could use our Fibonacci's, right, to try to estimate what level to basically we should be looking for. Okay, 382 going to be just about like almost 10,000, which is like what I've been saying, right? So let's check log scale. So exactly, you can see like 382 is exact same level March 2020, April 2019, right there. So March last year, June last year, March this year, June this year, right? May, June this year are pretty much very important, right? You know what happened last year, April 2019, right? You know what happened April 13th, mid-April 2019, right? And you know what happened, like, somewhere around, like, I think July 24th, right? July 24th last year also we dumped, right? Something like that, right? This year, same thing, March 2020, May 2020. Okay, March we basically dumped, mid-February we picked, March we dumped, right? Mid-February we bottom, and just about like July, late July, all took a big dump, and now we're pumping in August again, right? So let's see, September last year, what happens first week of September, BTC pump hard, and after that, that's when we basically dumped all the way down to 38. So dates are very important. Talking about dates, let's get to I think we already talked about 0x, right? So we done algo ran. Nothing to say about algo, right? Next level to look for is almost 8,000, right? Up to 8,000, but don't wait for 8,000 exactly, okay? Just look for this range. So entry for algo, called it long time ago, 2,500, right there, 2,500. right there. So, and when it dumped right there, like 22, I was like, don't panic, man. Come on, do not panic. It dumped again. I was like, man, stay tuned, right? You're gonna pump. So now I'm gonna talk about NRG, okay? NRG. And I think I asked you guys like some analysis about it, right? But most of you guys not interested. But you're gonna be interested later on, because it's amazing, right? It's amazing. So NRG, right? You take a look at this chart, right? First thing first, right? Let's just remove the moving averages, the volume indicator. Let's where we can keep the MACD probably, right? But the most important about this chart, right? So it is right there. Okay, right there. So started on KuCoin like March 2019. You know what happened March 2019, April, right? Okay, alt dump. Okay, yes, it did dump with alt, right? It did dump with alt right there, right? But it doubled right away, like May. You remember May, right? I just mentioned May 2019, right? What happened May 2019? Alt basically made a correction, right, and kept dropping, right? But take a look at NRG, right? Pumped hard, right? Pumped hard, first pump, okay, all the way up to like a July or something like that, right? But guess what? Right there, it was dumping hard, right? Dumping pretty much like crazy, right? Until when? November. Okay, November alt was, alt was still like a dumping, right? Dumping hard, and it pumped. It reversed all the way up basically till like mid-December. That's when BTC started pumping. Okay, so it basically reversed back down to like mid-February. And you know what happened from December all the way up to February? Alt were pumping, right, with BTC. Okay, especially January, right? And take a look at what happened from February, okay, when alt bottom. This boy was pumping. Okay, it pumped all the way up to May, right? Pumped all the way up to May. What happened from May, right? May 2020, right? May 2020, right? What happened May 2020? Alt started dumping. Alt started pumping, excuse me, right? Started pumping, but take a look at NRG. It's dumping. So if you basically listen to what I've been saying, like, it's like NRG is the inverse of the rest of the market. It's not moving with the rest of the market. If you're looking at, if you basically pay clear attention, right, most alt, right, from like May 2019 up to like a BTC picking versus BTC, right? BTC like a top at 14K, they've been dumping. Most alt, like 90% of the alt. So, right, we got one right there when alt dumping is pumping. Okay, we got another one right there when alt dumping is pumping. Another one, right? And we got another one right there when alt dumping from like the March, like take a look at March, February, March, alt been dumping very hard. Take a look at NRG, did not dump, pumped. So what do you expect? I'm expecting like if we're gonna be, okay, alt going to be dumping, okay, and NRG is basically quadrupling, quintupling, retesting support. It is going to be the safest coin to be buying. So you just have to be ready for it. That's just, I don't know anything about the coin. Okay, I'm just analyzing it based on what I see in front of me, right? That's a safer thing to be buying when market going to be dropping, right? So just keep that in mind. It's not moving, right? It's just pretty much, it's been moving. It's just been moving down, right? But looking at it, it is most likely going to be reversing very soon. So let's just keep that in mind. So another thing also we talk about regarding Ethereum, right? So if I show you like the Ethereum chart, right? Okay, I don't know what I was doing with this one, but this is something I was expecting actually, right? It is a BTC setup, right? That's a BTC setup on the 5-day chart. That's random, okay? So I didn't even know it's gonna play out, but you take a look at it. That's a macro view. 1, 2, 3. That's what I've been calling for the WXY correction, right? You got the W, X, and Y correction, right? So this move doesn't matter how high it goes, as long as we don't break basically you know, this range of 20k, we can still find the X right there, right? So that's a macro scale, and that's what I try to explain to you guys. This big move in green, right, is also a fractal of this move in a smaller time frame right there. This one in blue, green, and blue, right? So it just made this move right now, right, to basically, you know, confirm our fractal. But we talked about this fractal a long time ago, right? Long time ago. Okay, so you see, like, this is live and it's randomly showing up, right? So, but let's take a look at Ethereum. Man, I don't know anything about pi. I don't know what you want me to, I don't know anything about pi. You just want me to say pi, P-I, or you want me to analyze? No gamer. Yeah, so let's take a look at Ethereum, because it is quite interesting. I know you guys gonna be like, oh man, Ethereum is bullish, right? But when I was bullish on Ethereum, it was like January, not now. Okay, when I said, like, you know, Ethereum, yes, I was bearish. You know, I did not expect us to break above you know, 300, but as soon as we broke it, I flipped my mind. I was like, man, let's take it. Should have waited, but you know, sometimes with these exchanges, man, when you make a profit, you gotta take it. You gotta take it. But Ethereum, so if you take a look at NRG, right? Versus Ethereum, not versus Ethereum, but compared to the Ethereum chart. Okay, so now let's do this. Okay, so you take a look at these two charts, right? They pretty much, you know, kind of similar, right? When I mean kind of similar, because when I was talking about Ethereum back in January, that's what I said. We look for this retracement down, and then we're going to look for this three-way move pullback, right? And we're going to look for this move, right? So you take a look at NRG, right? Randomly, okay? I don't even trade this coin, right? So we got this pump, dump actually, right? We got the pump right there, and three wave, right? 1, 2, 3. That's what I was expecting Ethereum to do back in January, but Ethereum just give us this move right there. Okay, it has not changed anything about the overall structure. So it did break this range. Okay, it did break the top, right there. And guess what? We got this move down. So Ethereum, we can definitely expect this move, right, to drop down to basically confirm our analysis, right? This move. So is it gonna break it? Are we gonna triple top, or is it gonna break it? That's going to be a big question. So if like we start to turn bearish again, you know where to buy. Just save this chart, this NRG chart. It is not here for free. I mean, not for free, but it is not here for, you know, I'm showing it to you guys for a reason. Okay, I'm showing it to you guys for a reason, right? Because I talk about this analysis, like, you know, back in January, but on Ethereum. but this chart basically played it out perfectly. So let's see if Ethereum, the bear is gonna show up at 0.618. If they do, we know what to expect. We're just gonna, you know, even if you sell Ethereum at 400, right, 350, and you buy back at 80, it is still going to be, you're still tripling your Ethereum holding, right? So if we start to see some bearish setup from Ethereum, we know what to do. Okay. Hey, what's up, Mr. David? Yeah, Autumn look good, man. Autumn is looking good. So I already did like a, you know, A to Z analysis. So if you go on my channel, you watch it by alphabetical order. You watch the streaming like over the last 2 days. You can find the streaming, you know, and you can watch Atom, right? I think it's 80. I don't know. It's, yeah, Atom BTC. Yeah, Atom did me wrong. I was looking for a pullback right there, 20,000. It just, I wasn't paying attention, right? So I was like, okay, I'm just gonna wait. But sometimes you wait and without paying attention, they might reverse on you. So if you're waiting, you have to pay attention, right? But I wasn't paying attention till, you know, we got the breakout, right? Because I just said, okay, I'm gonna wait till it gets there, right? But it never did. So nice breakout. Would give it like a few more days to you know, see if like we're gonna be able to break high, because next resistance is like, you know, 64,000. So kind of like, yeah, I'll go right. So I'll go right. So AST BTC, beautiful correction right there, right? Beautiful correction, but I did not have any target for this one, so I cannot say like, oh, we called it. But if you've been following our analysis, you know above 100 EMA is a very strong buy. Okay, that's why I keep saying if we move above 100 EMA, you just have to suck it up. Okay, so, but beautiful correction right there. So my top pick, right? My top pick for this week. My top pick for this week going to be number one, going to be Qdom. I mean, not number one, I'm just randomly saying, okay, but the first one going to be Qdom, right? Qdom BTC. So Qdom BTC, okay, it's already breaking out, so you guys might miss it. So Qdom BTC, why Qdom BTC? I showed you QKC, right? No, not QKC, but QFC, right? Storage, waves, and algo before they break out. So Qdom above the 100 EMA, strong momentum, got rejected already. Support from the 21 EMA, and also on the daily. Let's take a look at the daily. Daily 100 EMA, right? That's why I said, even though we broke the 21 EMA on the 3-day chart the other day, right? When we dump some of these coins, they got support from the 100 EMA on the daily. So I was like, do not panic. So Qdom on the 3-day chart, you take a look at it, a clean close above it, guys, just like CELR and CND, right? Looking great. So Qdom, that's the first one. The next one is CND, talking about CND, right? Let's move on to CND. CND. So CND down 4% right now, 95. Good level to be buying it, 95 to 85 range. Even if it drops back down to 83, that's still going to be a great steal. The most important is, like, you know, we got about 17 hours to close above this red line. That's all we need, nothing else, right? So good momentum, right? So it could close green before the year. It could close above like 100. It just has to close above 93. But if we close green and close above like 98, 99 over the next 17 hours to close the 3-day chart, right? Going to be looking, it's going to be looking very good. Going to be looking very, very good, right? So CND and longer term target for CND, you guys know it, it's almost like 250, right? I've told you many times, right? So next one going to be CDT. So CDT is not something new to you guys. I've talked about it many times also. Right there above the 100 EMA, also double tapping, you know, can come back down, retest it, 86 and so on, but it is very, very strong right now. Okay, very strong. Okay, so next one on the list, it is going to be CELR. CELR already pumped, but guys, just because it pumped doesn't mean it cannot pump, right? So right there. So if you followed our analysis, right, you know CELR was very bullish right there, August 7th, a close above it. Said it many times, right? I don't have my other layout, but I said close above 6100 EMA, right? That was like 2 weeks ago before the dump. It's gonna be bullish, right? So it is pumping, right? It is pumping. Short-term target just about like 145 to 150 range, right there. Short-term target. So that's not even a short-term. That's a longer-term target. But short-term target right there. But longer-term target right there, almost like a 200 range. So I'm gonna basically focus on these two coins over the next few days and see how it, you know, how they're gonna perform, right? So first one QDOM, not number one, but just first one QDOM, second one CDT, third one CELR, and the other one CND, right? So QDOM, CND, CDT, CELR. You're gonna be like, man, all three of them are C's. Just like the Q's, like the 4 Q's on Binance, right? QDOM, QKC, QLC, QSP. Those 4 Q's can take you a long way too, right? So just like QKC, I don't want to add QKC on the list because it's below the 100 EMA, but it is so bullish. I just have to follow the strategy, right? But I got some, I just did not add, right? But I got some QKC, right? So let me see QKC once again, because we got in like 67 right there, and we were looking for 88, right there. We hit it on the dot, and I was like, guys, it still has some more juice, right? Over the next few days, it can pump above the 100 EMA. Once we pump above this red line, right, consolidate, it might not give us time to consolidate, right? It might just pump. Excuse me, guys. So man, LTC just huddled, man. It's gonna go to $2,000. I'm just joking, but LTC just, you know, it looks good. Okay, it looks good. It is just not looking good versus BTC. So you join the premium, you get the you know, the detailed analysis. So SIA coin still struggling. Good buy 25 to 28. You know, good buy. All right, guys, I'm gonna call it a night. Let's take a look at LTC USD for this guy. So LTC USD is still a hold, guys. So on a high time frame, you're still okay. You're just getting support from your 100 EMA, you know, was a support, resistance, support. Now, you know, just pay attention to it. Your next level of resistance is almost like $80. So you're looking at another 50% move. Oh my gosh. Oh, that means BC has to pump. Yep. But let's see. I mean, that's a high time frame. Lower degrees might be showing us something different, right? Let's check 6 hour. Yep, 6 hour. We got a possible setup, just like XRP. We got this possible setup of 10% move to 63. So that's a short-term target. If okay, we're gonna be holding very strong above this 201 EMA 6 hour. Okay, support level 100 EMA 6 hour, right? You can see like BC, we were looking for a 6 hour 100 EMA. It did not drop down that level to that level, right? Which is like 200, you know, moving average on the 4 hour time frame, right? So it looks good now. Okay, so Litecoin, you know, respecting TA in this range. So let's see how it goes. Nice double bottom right there. Nothing to say about the bulls. Another bull flag, resistance right there. So don't short it right now. It's a buy for a 10% move. I mean, I don't know where we're gonna get another $1 trillion going into the market though, but let's see. Let's see. When market is bullish, everybody wanna, you know, call for those crazy numbers, but Ether is bullish now. My short-term target for Ether 485 to 500 range. So we gotta be able to break that level for me to look for some higher prices, right? How did I start learning Elliott waves? I mean, I learned it through YouTube. Okay, I learned it through YouTube. I learned it through YouTube, and I practice it by trading a lot. You're gonna get wrecked the first time, right? Especially Elliott wave is nice when you first start learning it, right? Things doesn't make they don't make sense. Okay, you're like, man, it's a 5-way structure and I'm looking for a 3-way move pullback, but this sucker just pump. So it requires, it's gonna, you know, you got to be able to take those wrong setups. You're gonna have a setup, it's gonna look good, but it's gonna be wrong because market not gonna respect your setup. All right, so but you gotta keep practicing, and it's gonna be all right, guys. I finna call it a night. It's 2:35 a.m. my time, and it's pretty late, so we gotta take a break. And we talk in the morning. I try to get up early and do the same thing again. All right, guys. Thanks a lot for watching.